proudly covering local high school athletics and District 10 championships on Stream TV.
Deep, got him. Got him. Touchdown. Got a man going to the end zone. He's there. Koval. Touchdown. Ah, nice job with the pace. Yes. That was one good catch.
Good evening and welcome to Week 9 of high school football. Tonight's matchup, the Oil City Oilers hosting the Titusville Rockets. The Oilers 6-2, the Rockets 3-5, and hard to believe, Week 9 of high school football. Our coverage this season made possible by these great sponsors. By Oil Creek Plastics. By Titusville Area Hospital. By Interstate Pipe and Supply. By State Farm Insurance. By Poppies. By the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home. By Donovan and Bauer Auto Group. By The Barking Lot. By Fat Chad's Brewing. By Armstrong. By the University of Pittsburgh Titusville Education and Training Hub. By Kreiner Real Estate. By Warner's Bakery. By Goodwill. By Larry's Auto Service. By Corky's Pizza. And by the Titusville Beverage. Yeah, it's good to be here tonight for Week 9 of high school football. Our crew back together again this season. It's Jim Bodemer, Steve Bodemer, Bill McCrillis down on the field, wireless Mike, and you are inside the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. Jim, a big matchup tonight between the Rockets and the Oilers.
Well, it is, and Steve and I were talking coming down to the game tonight. It's going to be kind of a matchup between Mr. Knox and the Titusville Rockets, and I think it's going to be one of those things, Steve, that we talked about. Mr. Knox is going to say, stop me if you can. And I think that's going to be the big key tonight. Can we stop this running back that's leading the state in yards?
Well, that'll be the interesting thing. And again, not very many people have been successful in stopping Ethan Knox. He has 4 consecutive 400-yard games, which I believe, we're not sure, and I'm not sure it can be validated, but we think is a record nationally.
Yeah.
Also, unofficially, he might be the leading rusher in the nation. But he's got over 2,900 yards coming into tonight's ball game. It's going to be a job for Titusville. You're going to have to get to him, get your hands on him, hold on to him, and have other people come and hit him. Because if he gets loose, he's obviously tough to catch.
Well, he's 6'1", 188 according to my program, and obviously a good athlete. We watched him here a couple of years ago, I think, as a freshman, maybe as a sophomore. And you and I both thought he had a talent that was above most of the kids around this area. In fact, he could set the school record tonight with a little over 200 yards with Christian Cole. So he's just got a lot of things going for him, and he's a junior.
Right, that's the scary part. This young man's coming back next year.
We're going to continue the pregame show. Steve, you had a chance to sit down with Coach, but Jim, you brought up Christian Cole. We did a playoff game between Oil City and General McLean a few years back.
Yeah.
And we checked out the graphic on that. The graphic we had was averaging 290 yards a game.
Christian
Cole, yeah.
And he was a good one.
Yeah. And then on top of that, just a couple years ago, we were talking about Cam Russell. What's in the water down here?
I don't know. They've got something going on down here. We're going to have to run a pipeline up here. They've had consecutive 3 backs in a row that have run very, very well.
Well, when we come back, we'll talk about some of the help they're getting up front, too.
Right.
All right, Steve, you sat down with Coach. We'll hear what he had to say as our pregame show continues. This is the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. Our sit down with Coach is coming up next.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Like a good neighbor, your State Farm agent is there. And there. And now, there. Good Neighbor Connect is a secure virtual meeting tool exclusively for State Farm customers. It's simple to use, no signups, downloads, or plugins, and it helps you have the conversations you need with your agent at whatever distance you prefer. Ask your agent about meeting through Good Neighbor Connect today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. We offer competitive pricing and an array of equipment for you to get the job done and on time. Hosting an event? Poppy's can help with that too. We have tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project needs. Poppy's Place on the Tynesta Road in Pleasantville.
Come down to Donovan and Bauer Auto Group on Thursday, October 27th from 5:30 to 7 for our 12th annual Trunk or Treat. Search the beds of our trucks and the trunks of our cars for all kinds of goodies. This is a lighted and safe outdoor event for children and families of all ages. We will once again be taking in any monetary and non-perishable food donations that will be given to the local Titusville Food Bank. We hope to see you at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group's 12th annual Trunk or Treat on Thursday, October 27th. Please check our website, donovanbauer.com, and our Facebook page for more details. See you at Trunk or Treat.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Titusville Rocket Pre-Game Show. I'm Steve Boder, and with me is Coach Reynolds of the Titusville Rockets. And Coach, before we get into the Oilers tonight, let's talk a little bit about last week. Warren, I thought going into the game, we both kind of thought, play well. We have an opportunity here. Big plays, just a killer for us.
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at how Warren put that game together, we had some blown assignments that led to some scores on defense. We had too many missed opportunities in the red zone. We were in the red zone 3 times and didn't come away with points. So you add 21 points to that score, it's a much different ball game. So between those things, some mental errors here and there, and some penalties, you can't win against a good football team. And Warren's a good ball club. They've done a nice job. Their quarterback does a nice job, and obviously Tyler Nyquist is a good running back, number 22. So we needed to take care of him, and we didn't, and that's where you see the result of the game.
Yeah, it seemed that on a few plays, particularly the misdirections kind of got us. We went with the fake, and that left the other side wide open. Discipline to stay at home and see that and make sure instead of trying to rush out.
Yeah, so when you're looking at assignment-based football, they went to an option look, and we have a guy loosened out, and instead of one guy playing the quarterback, other guy playing a pitch, they both tried to jump the pitch, and you see what happens. So a lot of that was assignment principles you would see in the game where we did real effective against those same plays, and we'd blow them up for maybe a no gain or a 3-yard loss. And then sometimes we wouldn't, and you would get that lack of consistency. So, coming out with them on a 3rd down and 18 when they scored one of their touchdowns, I mean, it was just an assignment thing. Those are simple things that we can fix, but we need to know the situation and place ourselves accordingly to be successful.
Yeah, and when you're working against an option, a true option offense, which I had to run in high school, you've got to be disciplined because if you break down in particularly the quarterback in a triple option or a multiple option set, if that quarterback can read and react quick enough, you're beat every single time.
Sure. Yeah, you have to be there, and you have to have the supporting personnel doing what they need to do, and that's the difficulty of those option plays, and even some of the passing plays where we had different things going on, and guys had to stay disciplined because you'll have one guy doing his job, and you'll never see that guy, but he's doing it off the side of the film, and the other guy that misses an assignment, things blow wide open. So those are all correctable things. Those are things that with a young team that's learning the ropes to play against a good team, those are things you just have to do.
You mentioned the running back, Nyquist, and he had a nice ball game. He broke some big runs. Tonight's ball game, you're facing a young man in Ethan Knox, who is at least leading the state, and I think probably leading the country in rushing yards. You're going to have to find him tonight.
Absolutely. Oil City makes no bones about the fact that they want to run the football. I mean, their whole offense is built around running the football. They have some real nice sized linemen, out there to do that. And they throw them the ball maybe 7 times that I've seen on film. total.
Yeah.
So it's pretty clear when you look at a high school football game. Let's say a good game for you might get 65, maybe 70 plays on a night, and you see a kid like Ethan Knox carrying the ball 55 times. That pretty much tells you what the game
what they're going to do.
is. Yeah. So certainly we have to know where he's at. We have to be able to tackle him. We have to force them into drives that require them to execute 10 and 12 play drives. Anytime you're playing defense, the more you cause an offense to execute, the better your chances are. And then ultimately we need to score on offense. We've got to possess the ball. We've got to maintain time of possession and get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Oil City. They've done this for the last 3-4 seasons. They've been very lucky, not necessarily lucky, but gifted at the running back position. They've had a lot of kids come through there that are running for 2,000 yards a game. This young man seems to be well within that category, if not above, but you're right, he does carry a lot. The wear and tear on a young man that way, you're going to have to gang tackle to bring him down.
Yeah, and it's the tale of two cities. You're going to have him with that offensive line that we're going to have to work on. And speaking of us offensively, we have to be able to distribute the ball to our skill guys. I mean, when we do well, we're getting the ball to 6 or 7 different guys because we have guys on the field that can make plays. And it's that kind of same dynamic that we have to have a team game where we're all coming together to play, and we need to stop that one guy on their team. Yeah,
and it's the only team really to do it so far has been Meadville, according to the statistically speaking, and he almost got 100 against them. He ran, I think, for 99 against them. Now he's run for huge amounts of yardage. One of the other ways to stop that is, like you said, your offense. Offensively, possess the ball, long drives, mixing it up a lot, as I'm assuming is what you're hoping to accomplish.
We will, and we're going to look to spread them out. This is another 4-4 style team like we saw last week, and those teams do struggle when you run some spread concepts at them. So we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to push the ball out to our playmakers and look for those teams to make big plays.
And that's one of the things that Oil City does with Knox. If you can't stop them, why should I? We're going to go. A couple of weeks ago, you had found a play. And you'd run it, I think, 3-4 times in a row because you found that it was working.
Yeah.
And they never really did effectively stop that play. So tonight it's going to be, what can we get going that works well and make Oil City adjust to stop us?
Absolutely, and we build off of those plays, and we will continue to do that. So those 8 plays are still in there. We still work with those, but we're going to force them to defend both flats and the interior, so they're not going to be able to say, okay, we're going to load up on the tight end side. This is where the ball's going. There's going to be opportunities to spread that ball around in all places on the field, and that's kind of our game plan going in, and that's what we're going to work for.
Well, tonight's going to be a good one. It's Titusville at Oil City, and everybody, if you're watching or if you're here at the game tonight, you're going to get a chance to see the young man from Oil City, Ethan Knox, leading the nation in rushing yards. Hopefully tonight Titusville can gang tackle and slow down his attempt to lead the nation in rushing. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
Signature here. Oh, and one last thing.
What's with the chainsaw?
Oh, well, service may be slowed due to network interference.
Network interference?
Yeah, well, maybe if you cut down some of these trees, you can finally get a decent cell signal, which is how you get internet now. Good luck.
Read the fine print. Only Armstrong delivers fast and reliable internet right into your home on a network built specifically for the internet. Zoom from Armstrong.
Whoever said, "It's only a dog," never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
Since 1965, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been dedicated to serving Titusville and surrounding communities. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that are still held to this day. He also believed in community and making Titusville the best place to live, work, and play. When you need us, we will be there for you, providing a dignified service at fair prices. This has been our foundation for 55 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street, Titusville.
Hi, my name is Dr. Charlie Gates. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, and I spend most of my time here at Titusville Area Hospital. I'm a general orthopedic surgeon. I perform wrist fracture surgery, ankle fracture surgery, and hip fracture surgeries. I do carpal tunnels and trigger fingers, knee arthroscopies, and shoulder arthroscopies. I look forward to serving the patients here in the hospital.
And welcome back to Oil City High School and inside the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. Tonight, the 6-2 Oilers host the 3-5 Titusville Rockets. Well, Jim, weather-wise, great night for football tonight.
Well, it is. It's a typical night for this type of year. 53 degrees outside, no precipitation, which is really good for Bill and Joe down there in the field. But a little bit of a wind factor at 9 degrees, so or 9 miles per hour. So that could play into it a little bit should we get to a kicking situation. But yeah, it's a good night. Bill, you're down there in the field. Much of a wind down there?
Just a little bit, not too much. But we'll wait and see how when it gets a little darker. It always kicks up high in the heel here.
Yeah, it's one of those nights when as the temperature drops, it's going to get a little bit, probably a little more calm, but it'll be pretty hard, and the kids being as cold as it's supposed to be into the 40s, I think, before the game's over. So, but it's a good fall night. It's what happens here in Pennsylvania this time of the year, and at least we don't have the snow we had 2 days ago.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Cole Oil Johnny's. It is senior night here at Oil City High School.
Yeah, it's always good to honor the kids that have been around for a long time, and I noticed that out of their group of seniors, several of them going to the military. We wish them well. We thank them for that. But good variety of people. The kids are going into vocational and professional training, so typical for high schools this time of year and this period of time in general. Kids are leading away from the colleges a little bit, getting more vocational type training. As far as the game tonight, Steve, we were talking about Knox and how well he's doing, but he's got a bunch of big boys there in the front line to kind of get things going. I'm wondering, and we'll see here in a little bit, whether or not he's getting touched in the second or third tier, if at all, because these big boys, I think, are getting a pretty good push off that line for him.
Yeah, they're not. You got one kid, I think, that's not quite 200 pounds. The rest of them are probably 250 or more, and they're not small. They have a young man they listed as a tight end, Cam Crocker, 6'5", 288. Their tackles look to be 260, 265, 270. So they've got some big kids up front. If they can move and hit angles, they're going to open up some holes. Here you're going to take a look. We're taking a look at District 10. These are the standings in Regions 3, 4, and 5, and 3. This is typically the Mercer. You got Grove City, Slippery Rock, Sharon, and Hickory. They look to be the 3A representatives from that region in the playoffs. Region 4, you've got Oil City, Warren, Titusville sitting at 2-2 in the region, Franklin and Conneaut. Region 5, General McLean having a nice year at 5-0, Fort LaBeouf, Fairview, Girard, Northeast, and Harbor Creek. And these are the teams that look to be the ones destined for the playoffs.
It'll be fun to watch and see what happens with Oil City. Their only loss in the region to Meadville at 35-0 of all things, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because I know everybody down the road is wanting to see this Knox kid run. Meadville saw him, they stopped him. He didn't get 100 yards on Meadville.
99, I think, is what the total was, but that's not 100.
Got that one right, didn't I?
You got yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were the most successful at stomping Knox so far. And like I say, though, I think you've got to look at this as team speed as well, and Meadville has pretty good team speed.
All right, we'll take another quick timeout here. We are at Oil City High School. Great facility. Choir out there performing It is senior night here at Oil City as they host the Titusville Rockets. This is the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. Our coverage will continue right after this.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversation. Try our oil derrick sirloin or railroad flat iron, or how about the TPD ribeye, Louis Lip strip steak, or Fat Chad's pork steak. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the garden pasta or the Asiago chicken, or get the Rocketeer burger or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
Like a good neighbor, your State Farm agent is there. And there. And now, there. Good Neighbor Connect is a secure virtual meeting tool exclusively for State Farm customers. It's simple to use, no signups, downloads, or plugins, and it helps you have the conversations you need with your agent at whatever distance you prefer. Ask your agent about meeting through Good Neighbor Connect today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's say I have an internet issue. Do you offer in-home support?
That would be fee.
You did say free, right?
That's a fee.
Free?
Fee.
So do I pay for in-home support or do I not pay for in-home support?
Correct.
Read the fine print. Only Armstrong provides all their customers with free local support and service, in-home, by telephone, or at one of our local stores. Zoom from Armstrong.
Would you love to exercise, but pain is holding you back? The aquatic therapy offered at Titusville Area Hospital Physical Therapy may benefit anyone suffering from joint pain, recovery from joint replacements, or other surgeries, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, muscle weakness, or other physical limitations. In the comfort of a heated pool and with private one-on-one sessions, the professionals at TAH Physical Therapy can help. Call today for more information. 827-0354.
And welcome back inside the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. We want to welcome all those watching tonight, not just the Titusville audience, but we got a lot of folks watching from Oil City, or at least those who used to live in these parts. And we welcome you to a beautiful Week 9 of high school football.
Yeah, and I think before we go too far, we'll apologize off the get-go for the butchering of names. I'm very, very good at it. I've had 30 years of practice, and I'll try to get a little better tonight, but I'll apologize to the Oil City parents should I not do it quite as well as normal.
I'm not saying a word.
I was waiting. I just opened the door.
Yeah,
slam it shut.
You'll do that in the next couple hours. So,
well, you know, one of the things I just would mention very quickly before we get to football again is the band and the chorus are out here singing the national anthem and playing together. Very nice touch. The other thing I will say is during the alma mater, the Titusville football team came out and did not come onto the field. They stopped until the alma mater was over. I thought that was respectful, and I just like things like that. So, but a good job by the Oil City band and chorus. I appreciate that. Well, Steve, here we go. Ethan Knox, a legitimate running back, obviously. Everybody's having trouble stopping him. What will Titusville have to do tonight?
Well, you're going to have to know your responsibilities. You're going to have to execute them. The one thing you're going to have to do with Ethan Knox is if you can get a hand on him, grab a hold of him, hold a jersey, a shoelace, whatever it is, get a hand on him, hold on to him, and then you're going to have help. We're going to take a look here, and if we can push the right button, it'll be coming up here. Here's the stats on Mr. Knox. 2,957 yards. That is first in the nation on 303 carries. Now, that's a lot of carries.
Yes, it is.
9.8 yards per carry. Not a bad average. Just under 400 yards a game, and he's got a total of 34 TDs. That's fifth in the nation. Yards per game, top in the nations. So the amount of carries that he's got has not affected his overall performance. This is not necessarily a case of yardage by bulk carries.
Yes.
He's got a high average per carry, so you know he's an effective running back at this level. And we're going to get a first-hand look at him tonight. And again, if you don't get to him and get to him early, he gets loose on you, you're going to have a hard time catching him.
The only disappointment I have in Mr. Knox is 2 years ago when we watched him, or the first time you and I saw him, Steve, we said, there's a hurdler. And he's not running the hurdles.
No, he's not running hurdles. And
6'1", 180?
6'1", 180, good speed, good athleticism.
Now, we need to explain to everybody, you and I are both hurdlers. So
yes. There is in your camera, that's Mr. Knox right there. He does go about 6'1", 180 pounds, 190 pounds. It's somewhere near. Now, he is, I believe, a little bit bigger than he was in the past.
Yes.
So he's put on some weight, maybe about another 10 pounds or so. We'll see if he's, if that's hurting or helping his speed and his quickness. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think he's got good. I know he's got good speed. His quickness, lateral quickness is what I'm most interested in watching with Ethan Knox tonight.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a good ball game. It's Titusville and it's Oil City. Yes, the backyard rivalry type thing we talk about with this whole Section 2 back in my day, Northwest Conference back in your day. So it's going to be an exciting evening. Oil City and Titusville coming up. Kickoff just about 3 minutes away.
And that's going to wrap up our Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. Kickoff is coming up.
Join us at our open house Saturday, October 15th at 9 a.m. Learn about the diverse low to no cost training in the fields of machining, medical assistant, and phlebotomy, as well as several 2-year degrees including nursing, early childhood education, and business administration. Take the first step toward your new career by registering for our fall open house today.
At Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, all the local fall sports seasons are here. No matter if you're making that touchdown, running that extra mile, scoring that winning goal, making that putt for birdie, or slamming down that setter spike, the team at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group is a proud supporter of all the fall athletics in Titusville and the surrounding area. Doing your best is a team effort, and the team here at Donovan and Bauer attempts to give the best effort to our customers day in and out, just like all the local athletes. Have a safe and memorable 22 fall sports season to all the local teams and athletes. When you have the time, visit us on our website at donovanbauer.com and score that winning deal.
Oil Creek Plastics has provided quality, service, and integrity to their customers and community. Their talented and committed employees strive to deliver to their clients the best products that are American-made. In that spirit, our high school athletes show commitment to their school and community, excelling at every event. In these times of uncertainty, community comes together. Oil Creek Plastics is proud to support the Titusville Rockets and continue traditions that are made in the USA.
Stream Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on Stream TV.
And welcome to Oil City High School. Tonight, the Oilers host the Titusville Rockets. Week 9 of high school football. Beautiful night, clear skies, low 50s. No rain. Bill, what'd you find out down on the field?
It's football time, believe me. There's a lot of excitement down here this evening. Titusville will receive, so we'll go from there. How's that?
Looks good. That'd be a good opportunity for Titusville. See if they get some points on the board. They'll send Colville back along with, number 11, Shoemaker Carpenter.
Johnson, I've got.
It's only
week 9.
That's Colville. Up across the right side, cuts it back to the middle, and he's going to get out across the 30 to about the 32. First and 10, Titusville at the 32. Pearsall doing the kicking for Oil City. So we'll see what Titusville can do against this defense of Oil City.
Bring tacos?
We had a couple good games back-to-backs. Took a slide last week against Warren. And we'll see now, being here at Oil City, what we can put together. McDonald will be at quarterback for Titusville. It's his third start, I believe. Just underway. Titusville will send 2 to the right, and Colville and Burley. They have 1 to the far left and 1 in the slot left. McDonald's going to keep it. He's got across the 35. He's crossed the 40 and knocked out of bounds about the 44. Good run.
Flag down the play. Holding Titusville.
Come on, Bill. Quit throwing the flag.
I'm sorry.
I didn't see the flag.
We'll see on the left side here who we've got with the hold. I did not see it. At least not where I can see one kid coming up off the field, but I didn't see a hold on it. McDonald out to the outside. That's even though it's coming back. against Titusville. If you're Oil City coaches, you're not happy with that first play right off the bat.
Yeah, I wasn't. I think that call was on 55, but I didn't see it. Didn't think it was a hold, but I have a tendency to be a bit prejudiced towards brown and gold. Titusville now will send doubles to the left side to put a wing in the right. Koval boys in the backfield, Brock and Jackson. Ball's given off to the man coming across from the left side and gets the number Shoemaker Carpenter, I believe it was. And about no gain in the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, it's Ben Garland coming up from the linebacker spot, making a nice tackle. That's how you want to see our kids hit. You know, lower the hips, dip the shoulders, and wrap.
2nd down and about an
Brock Koval will go wide to the left. Johnson come wide to the right. Got a man in slot both sides. Jackson Koval gets the ball and the carry to the outside, and he's been turned in. Nice run, drives ahead. He's going to pick up 3 or 4, but that was a nice run. Cut it back inside, picks up about 4.
And it's again, we're going to that left side on that sweep play with Jackson. He's going to come in motion. We're going to hit it. This is the jet sweep. We pull the guards. We get a nice seal on that outside. He slips inside. Knox overruns the play, allows Jackson to cut it up inside, pick up about 4 or 5 yards for Titusville. If not for the penalty, you're in good position right now.
Now it's 3rd down, and that must be about 18 or so. 10:24 left to go. Here, first period just underway. Brock Koval comes wide to the right. He's got single coverage. That could be important. Slot right. McDonald wanting to throw over the middle. The pass is intercepted by Knox. Knox out across the 25 to the 20 and taken out of bounds at about the 15. First pass, first pick. He had a man there, but right into the hands of Mr. Knox.
Underthrew that one a little bit.
Well, you can see Knox is playing safety, and he's just going to drift into the middle. You can't miss that. I mean, he really doesn't move out of position too much. He pretty much just drops straight back, and Ian just didn't see him. And then Knox takes off on the right side. I'm willing to bet here from 15 you're going to see Mr. Knox. I'm going left side on a sweep.
1st down and 10 for the Oilers. They'll have the ball in Titusville territory at about the 15. High formation for Oilers, strong side left. To Knox, straight ahead. Cuts to the outside, and he's brought down a gain of about 4. Good job by the Rocket line.
Brunston on the tackle, and I think Brock Koval coming up from the safety position, I think, coming in and making the stop. That's not a bad defensive play for Titusville. That's what you want to see happening. You want to see a lot of gold helmets.
They're going to call it a gain of 5. We'll make it
gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 for Oil City. They're at the Titusville 10-yard line by virtue of the interception. Dwayne Lay is the quarterback. Pitch back to Knox coming across the left side, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down on the outside.
Good pursuit on the outside.
Yes, it was.
Well, that was coming up. I just now seeing the. Oh, I can see it on the screen now. I got to look for the number. Braden Johnson, number 11, does a nice job of coming up, going to the outside, not giving Knox that outside run. And he does what we talked about earlier. He gets a hold of a jersey, just hold on, and manages to keep him for no gain.
3rd down from the 10. 3rd down, about 5 for Oil City. They'll send one wide right. That would be Stevens. Again, high formation, strong side left. Got a man in the wing. He's now in motion. They're going to go power straight ahead. And it is Knox driving straight ahead and close to the goal line.
Down about the 1.
Be a 1st and goal.
On this view here, for those of you who are watching, watch the push of the offensive line. Look at how far back Titusville is being pushed back. It's 5 yards. Titusville, the defensive linemen cannot come up straight. They're going to have to stay low, try to get that leverage underneath the Oil City offensive linemen so that you don't get pushed 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Oil City now with 1st and goal from the 1. They go to a power I formation to the left. Quarterback to Knox, and he drives straight ahead for the touchdown. So a 1-yard run gives Oil City the first score. The turnover goes back to bite Titusville, 6-0 with 8:04 left to go here in the first quarter. Don't know about the kicking game from Oil City. We'll see what they've got here. As they huddle up, I believe they're going to go for 2.
That was a 15-yard touchdown drive for the Oilers.
We'll see what Coach has called for them at this particular juncture. Again, they go to power I right this time. Strong side right. To Knox, and he'll step into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Pretty good size hole there, Steve. You could have got through that one.
Well, yeah, that's probably true.
Just a tippy-toe job through there.
What's that, Bill?
Just a nice tippy-toe job right through there.
Yeah, they had us blocked pretty well in that play. So with 8:04 to go in the first quarter, it is 8-0 Oil City. Again, the turnover, as you said, Steve, without the penalty, and we would have been moving along pretty good. Maybe not had that particular call
right
at that 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Titusville definitely cannot afford to do tonight. You cannot give Oil City extra
Short
offensive
fields, too.
And short fields, but don't give them any extra offensive possessions because, like I say, this Knox will make you pay for it. This offensive line is early in this contest shows that they've got some power as they push people off lines and open up holes for them. So Titusville's going to have to minimize their turnovers and try to grab a few of their own.
2 back for Titusville as Pearsall gets set to kick it off. Short kick on the ground, be picked up by Brock Colville on the right side, straight up the field, out across the 25, the 30, look out, across the 40 to the 42.
There's a face mask.
Still not down, and he is still driving ahead. Yeah, out around the 44, good return. Is there a flag down?
No flags.
One of the things on this return as to the opening kickoff with Brock, and it's Brock Colville's the one that's going to return this one just like he did the last one. This one here, notice what he does. He's picking that up, okay, right to the middle of the wedge and gets going. North and south, full speed. The last one, he kind of was a little slow getting up into that wedge area. That's what you want to do on returns, get north and south, full head of speed. And we want to thank Oil Creek Plastics for our instant replay.
So Titusville now, second possession, 1st and 10 from their own 45 on a good return. Gribb and Cole come wide right. They have a slot left. I believe Jackson Colville in the backfield with him. And he gets the ball, cuts up the left side, out across the 50, and down inside the 45 to the 44. First
nice
down,
run.
Titusville. Yes, it was.
Titusville has found something on the left side, their offensive left, defensive right side, that they kind of like. They've had a lot of success, even though the first running play there was called back by a hold. But this one, we do a nice job. You see Caleb Bruns coming there, kicking out the corner, coming up. Jackson cuts it up inside. He's not a tough guy to bring down. You're going to have to do a better job than that if you're Oil City.
Doubles to the right for Titusville, wing left. And
that's not what you want.
Busted play.
Yeah, he was looking to throw that quick.
He almost wanted to throw it away.
Well, he really should have. That's a quick pass. He might have been further ahead. You can see right there, if he's not open, throw the thing over his head. Get rid of it because you're going to take a sack.
He had 2 defenders right there on him, though.
Loss about 6 on the play.
That'll make it 2nd and
7 minutes left to go first quarter. 8-0 Oil City on top.
2nd down right at the midfield stripe.
Titusville now will send 2 left, 1 right. Slot left. McDonald on the snap to Koval, and he's hit in the backfield and stopped. They had that one snuffed out right off the get-go.
We've come twice this direction, and both times their linebacker, that's Ben Garland, does a nice job of stepping up in there with a good angle and makes the stop.
That's the second good play he's had tonight already, Garland.
Yeah, and both of them on that kind of jet sweep motion.
Back at the 30, we'll make it 3rd down and 20.
6:12 to go in first quarter. Titusville now has a third down and about 20. Playing behind the sticks never works for us, Steve.
No, it doesn't. You want to be ahead of the sticks if you're Titusville.
Is that in your book?
No, that's my next one.
Okay.
Doubles left, wing right. Jackson Koval looks like he's going to look for the throw. Got a man going deep at the 30, and it is
gotta have that.
Oh, man.
Down to the 20-yard line. Good ball, but good defense also. I'm not sure who that is over there. Can't see the number.
I think it was Dane Lay. I think it's the quarterback, defensive back. But you're going to see this ball's thrown well. McDonald lays it out there. Just tipped. Yeah, I think he may have just gotten a hand on it, and I think that's Landon Wolfkill, 14. Had a step on him. That's one of those where you really want to have your guys make that play. That's a play that you just got to make if you're going to pull an upset.
Timeout, Titusville.
Yeah, Titusville takes a timeout. They didn't have the right personnel out there on a fourth down kick. 5:44 to go first quarter. 8-0 Titusville, or 8-0 Oil City.
Here's the play again. We're going to see him drop back. He's going to look deep. We get the step on him, and I think just right there is enough.
Didn't quite tip it.
Didn't quite tip it, but got the hand in the face. And as he was reaching for the ball, and I think that was just enough to cause a distraction. But again, we talk about if you're an underdog and a heavy underdog, as Titusville will be tonight, if you want to pull the upset, that's the play you've got to somehow make.
Good effort.
Almost a little underthrown, guys.
Just a little bit, perhaps, but gave a lot of air under it.
Well, they did a nice job running with him, but I think Wolfkill got a step on him there right at the end. It might have been just a little bit underthrown, but
we had him beat, that's for sure.
Flung back to kick for Titusville in the punt. Good high kick. It's going to come out to the 20, take a bounce inside the 20 to about the 16. And that's where Oil City will put it in play.
Okay, here comes my first knock on Knox.
Catch the football.
Catch the football.
Let it bounce. Let it bounce.
You do not. And that one's got plenty of height. Just run up there, wave your arm, and catch the football. Never let it bounce.
You catch that Bill knock on Knox?
Nah.
Yeah, it just didn't get the roll that I thought we might get with that particular bounce.
Well, and that's the lucky break for Oil City. If you do get that bounce, that thing can be downed inside the 5.
Very easily. Zerby goes wide to the right for Oil City. They go in an I formation. Strong side left, straight up the middle to the fullback, and he's going to get hit. And he'll be stopped, maybe pick up a 2 or so on the play. We'll see where they spot.
And that's a good job by the Titusville defense. Every once in a while, you'll see guys or teams that have a really good tailback. They'll try to sneak that fullback through there real quick, a quick hitter. And sometimes it goes. The kid will break it, and he'll pick up 15, 20 yards. This time, Titusville stops him at about a 3-yard gain.
So bring up a second down, we'll call it 7 for Oil City. 5:07 left to go first quarter. 8-0 Oil City. Titusville turned it over in their own territory on a interception, and Oil City punched it in. Oilers will send one wide right. They'll stay in I formation. Balanced line, it looks like. It comes to Knox. Knox off the left side, cuts it back to the right, and he's going to be hit and stopped there close to a first down out to the 25.
Knox behind that big line, out close to a first down.
He does a nice job, I think, of cutting this back. But Titusville's, right now playing him pretty well. We don't, I think this is the other thing I want to see. I think he's used to, getting that run, that big long run, the 40, 50, 60-yard carry. If you can keep that out of his playbook, will he become frustrated and start making his own mistakes?
Yeah, we'll find out if we can keep him out of those big runs. So far, so good. Although it is now a third down and short. Back to the power I formation. To the left, to the tailback, straight ahead, cuts to the outside, and he is hit and still driving, but a bunch of white shirts get over there to him at the 31-yard line.
Well,
Pick up enough for a first down.
Yeah, if they get the first down, I think That's Andrew Wheeling, 23, I think is who that is.
Yeah.
And he makes contact initially, but he didn't let go of him. You know, and Knox proves there he's got a little bit of strength and balance because he's not going down easy. But Wheeling does a nice job of holding on to him and getting other people to him and hopefully take him, give him some shots.
Saying hi to Nikki, who's watching from Alabama.
Alabama. Power I formation again. Pitch back to Knox. Cuts it up to the right side. Gets to the outside. Look out. He's crossed the 45 to 50. And it's going to be knocked down at the Titusville 42-yard line. Good cut back to the opposite and picks up some pretty big yardage that time.
Well, this play's coming our way. He sees an opening, cuts it back, just squeezes through. We have a shot at him there, just can't get a hold of him. And once he gets into that second tier, you better hope you've got angles because he's going to outrun you.
First and 10.
Third down and 19. Third down and 19. 3 minutes, 19 seconds. First down and 10. Sorry, folks. Power left. Straight up the middle, left side. Good drive for the fullback, and down he goes.
Fullback Pearso carries it.
That's Nathaniel Stearns. Nate Stearns on the tackle with some help from his teammates. But again, when we talk about playing ahead of the sticks, behind the sticks, Oil City's ahead of the sticks. That means they're at like 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, as opposed to being 2nd and 12 or 3rd and 15. Oil City owning the line of scrimmage right now.
That was Kevin Pearsall, the run for Oil City. He's running at the fullback position. Power I again. Singles at each side for Oil City. It goes to Knox, drives straight ahead, and he's going to be brought down inside the 25 to about the 24. Another pretty good gain by Mr. Knox.
Out across the 25-yard line for another first
Looks
down.
like Jackson Koval on the stop.
And again, this is just power football that they are doing right now. They're just lining up power I formation or an I offensive set, and they're just running straight ahead football right now at Titusville because they're just pushing our front three and into the linebackers, and we just can't get anything going defensively.
Just shy of the 29-yard line.
Doubles to the right side. Power I. It goes to Knox off the left side, cuts back. Gets to the outside, and he's going to be brought down at about the 3-yard line by Jackson Koval, I believe.
No, that's Wheeling again.
That's Wheeling again.
Wheeling managing to catch him from behind. The one thing that I have, so far, to be honest with you, that he has impressed me with is he does have decent lateral quickness. So he's got a pretty good jump cut developing right now. He can get himself free.
First and goal from the 1.5.
He made somebody miss out there. I don't know who it was.
What's that, Bill?
He made somebody miss out there. It was nice jump cut.
He is making a quick cut both ways. A couple yards up across the line, and you got to watch him. You got to stay home. Power I formation once again. It goes to Knox, and he is in for the touchdown.
I don't think he was touched there.
Well, their front five right now just are manhandling our guys up front and pretty much doing whatever they want.
Well, we kind of understood that might be the situation in a pregame when we started talking about the yards that Mr. Knox has put up. Somebody's got to be blocking for him, and these boys seem to be doing a pretty good job tonight against us.
Well, and to be honest with you, they do have us. I mean, you take a look, you can see these young men. We'll look them up here in a second. We'll give you an idea just how big some of these linemen are. But the other thing about these guys, too, is that they're big, but they move pretty well. They're not slow off the ball, and they know what they're doing.
2-point attempt. Again, power I to the right. And a flag,
that's going to come back.
Game. That'll be a delay of game, so they'll have to move it back 5.
Flag of the play will be a delay of game call against you.
So my guess is running 2-point conversions, Steve, that they don't have the place kicker or with the power they have up front. We don't care to kick it. We'll go for the 2.
We'll go for the 2, yeah, and that's.
I'm not sure which.
I think probably you're right. I think, so far with who they're playing and where they're playing and so forth, we've got an advantage. We're going to use it to our ability, and that's.
Bill, did you hear that? He said I'm right.
I heard. I couldn't believe it.
9 games. Power to the left. And the pitch to his fumble.
Oh, he almost intercepted the pitch.
Yeah. They tried to run a little bit of an option cut, and things didn't go real well that time.
Well, the quarterback was late on the pitch. You've got to attack. If you don't give it to the fullback, you've got to attack the next guy. Make them come get you and then get rid of the ball. He held that pitch just a little bit too long. It was almost a forward pass from our angle. Get that out to your tailback a little quicker. That gives him time to catch it without anybody in his face, and I think that's what happened to him. Just like Wolfkill on the long pass, somebody had a hand in there, kind of maybe even tipped the ball on that pitch.
Looked like Johnson, number 11.
I think it was. I saw the 11. 1:21 left to go in the first quarter, 14-0 Oil City. That was a good drive by Oil City.
Our second $500 winner.
Pearsall will kick off for Oil City. And I think it's Brock. And is that Johnson on your side?
Taking number 75,
Bill.
Jennifer Keitling,
Number
our
11.
second $500 winner of the night.
And a short kick. It's going to be picked up, hopefully. Oh, he's down right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what he should do.
Yeah. So it'll be 33-yard line. Titusville first down at 10. They're on 33, 34.
For me right now, I think this is a crucial drive for Titusville. I'm not necessarily saying you want to get points out of this, but you've got to move the ball a little bit here. You've got to get a few first downs and try to prove to yourselves that, we can do this.
Well, we got to quit playing behind the sticks, and if nothing else, at least prove we can do that.
Right. Just positive plays. First downs, drive the ball.
Rib and Colville to the right side, slot left. It goes to Jackson Colville out across the left side, and he'll break the 35 to about the 36.
Jackson Colville with a carry.
Jackson's been running pretty good the last few ball games, and it's been good to see him pick it up.
Yeah, and one of the things that Jackson does well as a running back is he picks an opening, but he makes that one cut, and then he turns it north and south. And that's what you want to see out of your running backs. And there was a nice cut up. We're going to pick up maybe 2 to 3 yards. So not a bad play for Titusville.
Jackson's not a big boy. He's 165, I think we have him listed, but he's strong. You got to get a hold of him. He'll run right through you. Doubles to the left for Titusville. And a counter to Mung. And Mr. Mung will get to about the 39.
Quarterback keeps it out to the left side, gets the ball out near close to the 40.
Bring up a second, and check that, a third down and about 5.
And it's down. You'd like your third downs to be 3 yards or less. So this is a little bit of a long here for Titusville, but again, it'll be interesting to see if they go to that sweep on the left side.
First quarter comes to an end here with the score 14-0 Oil City. Titusville with the ball, getting a pretty good drive going. We'll see what happens when we come back to the second quarter here at Oil City.
Also thrown kind of late, so I'm not too sure exactly what he saw. Now that's on the far side from us, so we're not going to get a good look at it.
Apologize, we had a technical glitch there.
3rd down and 11 for Titusville. That's the first technical glitch in 10 years. Doubles to the right. In motion now comes Brock Koval. McDonald wants to throw. He's got a man going deep. He's covered out there by Lay, and he makes a nice play. Headed for Burley, but covered nicely by the free safety.
Yeah, Gavins comes over there and does a nice job of getting a hand up there, plays it very well. The nice thing about that play in particular is that Gavin's not sure that if he can get an interception out of it or not, but he does the right thing, just make sure that it goes incomplete.
So Mung will have to go back now and kick with 4th down and 12, excuse me. Ethan Knox standing back to receive the punt. Going to be a short kick. Hit at the 40, and it's rolling down to the 30, 25, 20, and we'll go dead right around the 15-yard line, 14-yard line. So there's exactly what you're talking about. But he had no chance.
He had no chance of catching that. You're right. That wasn't one of Mung's better punts. Kind of a line drive. It looked more like a kickoff than a punt. And Titus was going to get an excellent roll out of it. Kind of swamped the field here a little bit for Titus. And now if Titusville can get their 3 and out and force Oil City into a punting situation, maybe we can get decent field position and maybe get something going.
They're spotting the ball at the what?
13?
13-yard line. Oil City will send wideouts on each side. They'll stay I formation. They'll go to Knox. He'll drive straight ahead, and he's going to be wrapped up after a gain of about 5, maybe 7 on the play.
Again, you sit there and you say, okay, gain of 5 or 6. That's still, for Titusville, that's not a bad defensive play. You're getting hands to Knox. You're holding on to him. Other people are coming and helping. We got to find a way somehow, if we can, to try to get to him at the line of scrimmage instead of 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and about 3, looks like. This time we over under center. Puts a man in motion, and they give off to Knox to trade ahead, and he is met at the line of scrimmage that time. Maybe pick up 1. Oh, they're going to give him maybe 3.
That's a pretty generous spot, I think.
I thought it was.
Andy Wheeling, 23, he's going to play. He's on the outside. He's a linebacker position. Watch how he takes on this block. The fullback in motion, 44, is going to come for him. He sees it, reads it, meets him. See how he steps up? Yeah. Sheds the block and gets an arm on Knox. That's an excellent play. That's a nice job done by the linebacker.
Thank Oil Creek Plastics again for our instant replay. 10 minutes to go in the first half, 14-0 Oil City. Single to the left. Power I formation to the right. It goes to Knox, driving straight ahead. He'll pick up about, he's going to get about 6 or so. Across the 30.
Well, one of the things you notice on these plays where Oil City's coming straight at you, as that pile starts to undo itself, you're not seeing just one blue jersey in that pile. There's 2 or 3, 4 blue jerseys, which means their offensive linemen are still there blocking for them. And that's one of the reasons why they're picking up 6, 7 yards a pop.
2nd down 3.
Those add up for Knox, don't they?
Oh, they do, yeah. 6-yard carries will add up for anybody.
Under center with a power I. Pitch back to Knox, trying to get to the outside. Johnson's up quickly and brings him down. Nice job over there by Titusville. Number 11, I believe it is
Johnson on the outside is the corner position, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you're going to see it. They're going to go wide, and I've been thinking they should have been doing this a lot more, and they just haven't done it. But back that up just a little bit, Luke, if you can. Knox doesn't help himself here.
Cut it up inside.
Cut it up inside. You're going to watch 21 get a kick-out style block. Right now, he needs to cut that back up inside. Now, you can see Jackson's coven, but you see Cam Munn coming over the top as well. Well played defensively for Titusville, but I thought he should have cut that up a little bit.
Knox is getting all his yards up the middle.
Yeah, he is. 3rd down and 3. Power I to the right this time for the Oilers. It goes to Knox. Oh, he drives straight ahead.
That was a big hole that time.
Big hole up through the middle.
Well, nobody touched him until he was brought down. Again, yeah, you're right. They're just opening up huge holes up front. And we talked about their front 5. You can see here, they're just going to turn people out, and they get people up onto linebackers, and he's not being touched right now until he's 5-6 yards past the line of scrimmage.
1st down and 10. The ball will be at the Titusville, check that, the Oil City 39. Stevens will come wide to the right for Oil City. Strong side right for Oil City. Pitch to Knox. He brings it straight up the middle, spins, and is going to be hit and brought down at the 45. He got a pretty good hit there.
Well, Miller and
Miller had him by the shirt and drug Miller right along.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do here.
Nice play.
You got to hold on to him. Like I said, you get the first guy to him, hold on to him, because you got friends coming. We'll see if this continues just what Ethan Knox endurance is like as far as taking some physical punishment.
2nd down and 4. Ball spotted right at the 45 of Oil City.
Just under 8 minutes to go in this first half.
Oil City will send wideouts on each side. Linemen talking to themselves there. Under center. It's on a counter.
That's a hole there.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back.
There's 2 flags.
Brought down at the 40. That would be Pearsall with a carry from the wing position, but it's going to come back on the hold.
That was a little bit too slow developing, I think, for Oil City in their alignment. You're going to see the hold coming right up here as he comes in, number 70. Anytime you see an offensive lineman raise his hands in the air like it's a touchdown when it's not a touchdown, he's guilty of holding.
Yeah, I don't know why they get themselves away. They do that all the way up through the
pros. Even to the pros. I didn't touch him. Yeah, your hands are in the air. You're automatically guilty. That's the way to draw a flag. Unfortunately, this time here, though, he was holding.
Yeah. So they'll take the ball back 10 yards for Oilers to their detriment, but Titusville will be glad to see that. It'll bring up a 2nd on the chain gang over there, but the 1st on the board. So 7:29 to go, first half. 14-0 Oil City as they'll send 2 to the right. There, Steve, this looks like maybe a pass formation.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Count on it. Pitch back, it comes to Knox. Knox drives out across the 40, the 45, the 50, and knocked out of bounds at the Titusville 47. Be enough for a 1st down. There's a lot of bodies being knocked around out there.
Well, one of the things that doesn't do we have this on replay, Luke? Let's go back here a little bit, take a look at this play. I want you to watch the left linebacker, the outside linebacker. This is Mung. Look where he's looking. Back that up just real quick and pause it. Right there, stop. See where his head's at? He's looking back in the backfield at the quarterback.
There's the ball.
Knox has the ball in the backfield. He doesn't even know it yet. So if you run that play forward, he pretty much takes himself out of the play. Nobody has to block him, which allows 21 to just continue down and pick off another defender and allows that to go for a 1st down.
Signal to the left for Oil City. Power I to Knox. Straight up across the 45, and he's going to get to the 44 and a whole bunch of yellow helmets.
I'm very curious. I mean, I know that Oil City coming into this ball game has a distinct advantage in size in their guys up front, and maybe that's why they're trying to run this thing between the tackles with Knox. I really thought they'd try to get to the corners or the edges more than they have, and Titusville so far has not done a bad job at stopping that ground game. They're not giving up anything big so far. We'll see if that continues for Oil City or whether they try to spring him loose on the outside.
Doubles to the left for Oil City. It looked like Bruns had a good play there. Power I. Comes to Knox, across the right side. He's out across the 40, the 35, the 30s. Takes it down inside the 30 to about the 27. That was a good run.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it coming into it. I knew the young man from last year at the track meets with Oil City. This one here's again, it's up through the middle, a lot just off tackle. He breaks it to the outside and makes some nice cuts. His lateral movement has so far been very good.
He's got what I would call happy feet.
Well, and that's what they want with running backs anymore. They want happy feet, so those feet, touch the ground and get off the ground so they can make those cuts, and he's doing a nice job.
Double to the left for Oil City. Again, I formation, strong side left. Pitch to the left side. Knox cuts it upfield. And he's going to get inside the 25.
There's a flag.
20, another flag down.
That looked like Jackson Colville coming up from the safety position. Does a nice job of his pursuit angle. When you talk about angles, he's coming up. You see how he's coming up ahead of where Knox wants to run. The 21 doesn't help him. That's a pretty poor effort of a block there. Expected a little bit more there. And Colville fights through that one.
Holding Oil City.
Not too sure who they found for hold. That's 2 now.
Both on that side. Got to move the ball back to the 33-yard line of Titusville. 5:34 left in the half. Again, 14-0 Oil City. One touchdown was a bit easy for Oil City as they intercepted Titusville deep in their Titusville territory, and they were able to punch it in from about 12 yards out. The other was a good drive. This is a good drive. Double to the right for Oil City. Going to throw, looking deep. Got a man over the middle all by himself, but we covered. No, we did not get there.
Not played well.
No, touchdown.
Johnson.
Good ball, good throw, good catch.
Johnson tried to knock it down.
We got a flag, though, back in the backfield, which may be a hold again.
Oh, I did not see the flag.
Yeah, there's a flag in the backfield. At about the 42. Yep, yeah. It's against Oil City, so it's coming back.
Good play, though. Looked good.
It looked good, but we really should have had a pick here.
Yeah.
Johnson was there in plenty of time, just misplays the ball. And you're going to see him coming. He's playing the far corner, but you can see him drop his hips and turn to the inside. Get back. And he's there. If he goes sprinting back there, he's going to make that interception. They find a deep opening in Titusville secondary, but realistically speaking, I really think that ball should have been picked off.
Well, this could be moved back to the 46, 7-yard line of Titusville. So it will be
all the way back at the 47-yard line.
First down and a whole bundle. Scoreboard says 31 yards to go at 5:06.
First down on a bus ride.
Single to the right for Oil City, man in the slot right. Again, to Knox. Drive straight ahead. Breaks one tackle, but and then coming up and making a hit is Jackson Colville. And grabs the foot, brings him down at the 41.
We spent a lot of time, especially this year, with playing schools like Meadville and Franklin and Oil City, Warren. Steve, I'm sure you've got a lot of memories of playing the Oilers.
Yeah, Oil City. I can tell you the one that stands out in my mind. We were at Titusville with one of the banks, lights out. We had the ball at about the 50-yard line. I was rolling to the right and looked in the end zone. Back then, the home team wore white tops. Look at the back of the end zone. All I see is one of my teammates wide open, so I let the thing fly. Ball's coming down to the receiver. All of a sudden, the kid from Oil City opened up, and I could read the 22 number. I'll get back to that because it finishes better than you think. There's a reverse.
Reverse again.
Yeah. Pearson going up the left side. He's going to be brought down at about the 37-yard line.
But again, Wheeling and Miller and I didn't catch it. Wheeling and Miller do a nice job of playing that, not letting them get to the outside and having to turn it up inside you. And the reason it's important that you have him turn up inside is because that's where your help's coming from. It's coming from the middle of the field out. If you allow him to the outside, you're in trouble. But back to that ball, was told at the end of the ball game by our guy, we actually got a touchdown out of it. He said it went right through the defender's hand into his stomach. That's how we got the touchdown.
Not a great pass by the quarterback.
Not a great pass by the quarterback, no.
Doubles to the left side, man in motion. Looking to throw. Lee looking over the middle. He's got a man over the middle. It's Knox all by himself. And knocked out of there by Mr. Colville, who closed the gap. Pass goes incomplete.
Had about 3 Titusville Rockets on him.
Yeah, it was covered pretty good. I don't have a 52 on my program for them, so I don't know who the gentleman was, but I was watching the last play, and he and one of the Titusville players, I think 10, was kind of watched. They're standing about the 30-yard line. They kept blocking each other back and forth.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not too sure which Koval got his hands on it, but they managed to break it up.
That was Brock.
I'd like to see one of them take the ball, try to get to tip the ball. The other one just lay the receiver out.
He's never happy, Bill.
Well, hey.
Blood and guts. I still like to play before, and these two guys are horsing around down here. Single to the right. Pitch back. Knox coming to the outside. Got a pile of blockers in front of him, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. No, he doesn't want to go out of bounds. See where they mark. They're going to mark it at about the 27. And 3:08 left to go in the half, and
well, I think
Titusville taking a timeout.
One of the things that I've noticed on this sweep in particular, one of the reasons they may not go wide and almost pulled out there, but one of the reasons they may not go wide is they're trying to pull linemen, and linemen are getting beat to the outside. The fullback and the tailback are both getting out there faster than the lineman can get there. That might be one of the reasons why they're trying to keep this thing in between the tackles.
Well, the ball's turned over on downs, and Titus will take it now first down and 10 at their own 27. Good defensive effort, some help by penalties. Doubles left for Titusville, wing right, man in motion left. And the ball's on the ground. I think we got it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those that bounced right back up into Ian McDonald's hands. That's a timing issue. Not quite getting the ball. I don't think quite got the ball into the motion man's belly. I think it got it more on the hip, and I think that's why it hit the turf.
Loss of one, second down and 11. 2:40 clock running, 14-0 Oil City. Titusville will send 2 to the right. Oil City has 10 in the box almost. McDonald wants to throw. Now he throws the outside to Jackson Koval. Get away from him. He did. Across the 40, the 45, the 50. They're not going to get him. Koval, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Titusville. Good run, Jackson. Pass and catch.
Well,
nice catch.
It was a nice catch, but I'll tell you what.
Nice play call.
Much better throw.
Yeah.
You're going to see him. This is a blind boot, blind rollout throwback. He's going to have his back. As he comes up, see how he turns his back to the defense. Look at those guys coming on him. He knew right where to go to the ball, turned quickly, and got the pass off. And then Jackson does a nice job of breaking a tackle and going.
Rib tried the extra point for Titusville here late in the first half. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good.
It was a nice job by Rib. The snap was high. He kind of had to stutter step a little bit into that kick.
2:13 to go in the half, 14-7. So a good pass and catch, and Titus will put 7 on the board.
Well, you're right there, Bill. It was a good play call for the defense because the defense sent guys after the quarterback. It may not look like much. Maybe the ball's in the air for maybe 10 yards, 15 yards, so it doesn't look like it's a hard throw. But when you got 3 guys wearing the wrong colored jersey, drooling, waiting for here, you'll see it. Stop right there, if we can. Back right. You see the fake. Now watch. Now he's blind. His back's turned. He doesn't see these guys till right now. He's got to turn, find his receiver, and try to get the ball out and accurate, and he does that. That's not an easy play for a quarterback to make. And then, of course, Jackson does a nice job here, cutting back to the inside. Bad tackling angle, and then he breaks it, and you can see Knox coming into the picture here late as he's going to try to run him down. Jackson, another 10 yards. He might have been caught.
Wow.
But
That's some speed there.
He able to get into the end zone. Titusville hanging tough. This is not what you want if you're Oil City.
Pearsall was really taken on that play.
Yeah.
He was coming from the right side, and Rib's going to kick off. It's going to hit, be picked up at the 15, cross the 20, cuts to the outside, across the 35 to about the 37, and that's where Oil City will put it in play first and 10.
What's that do for your self-esteem here, Steve, if you're Titusville?
If you're Titusville, right now, if Titusville can hold on here, we got what, 2-0 something left in this half?
2:06.
If Titusville can hold on right now, not give up any more points, and you're by far out of this half yet without giving up points. Knox can break you on a second, but if you do, you're going into halftime. Hey, listen, fellas, you're down a touchdown to one of the better teams around here. You've played them pretty even.
Yeah.
Oil City in their hands going into their locker room thinking, well, this is not what we thought at all. So, mentally, Titusville's got to feel pretty good if we can get out of this without giving up any more points in this half.
I formation. Pitch back to Knox. Cuts up field, and he's going to be met for a gain of about 2.
There you go. That's a good play.
That's good. Miller coming up off that pile. I can't quite see.
57.
Number 5 also.
Okay, that's Ashton Burley, number 5. 57 was the other one. That is Saxton I have. Nice job, Titusville defense. That's what you want to do here. They're doing a nice job. You just don't want to give them that one play.
1:35 left in the half. 2nd down and 7 for Oil City. Send one wide right. Balance line. Going to look to throw. Looking to throw. Throws up short. Pass is complete to Pearsall. And he's going to be driven out of bounds at the Titusville 45.
That's okay. Not a bad job. It looked like he was going to try to go long, and then he turned his hips. Titusville's Shoemaker Carpet turns his hips, and the receiver cuts the route short, but that's fine.
That's Hagenrader, on the reception for Oil City. The junior. 1st down and 10 at the Titusville 46-yard line for the Oilers. Now they're getting set. On the snap, it's given to Hagenrader going, he almost lost it. And he's going to be hit and brought down. Gain of about 3 or 4 in the play. Didn't that pop out of his hands?
I thought almost.
I thought it popped up there.
We'll see this, and they're going to be trying some new stuff here, I think, against us. We fake there. We're going to hit 23 coming through. We get decent penetration, a little bit of a hold.
No, it's his left hand I saw.
Yeah, he's coming back up through there. But Titusville, again, doing a nice job. They're not giving up that big play. And like I say, it's going to be very interesting to see if Oil City starts getting a little bit frustrated that they can't get the big play going offensively.
63 seconds left in the first half. 14-7 Oil City. And Titusville just would love to go in at halftime down 7.
We had somebody ask us.
Kevin Brown.
Kevin Brown asked us, who were your triple option backs in 1979? That would have been my senior year. That would have been Chuck Vroman at fullback and Jeff Corkland at the tailback. The year before that was Mark Teesey as the fullback and Jay Corkland at the tailback.
Those Corklands are all over the place,
all over the place.
I formation, Oil City. It comes to Knox. Across the left side. Broken loose. Good tackle.
Brock Koval comes up, and that, not hard to say that saved the touchdown right there, because I think if he gets through that one, he's gone.
Yeah. You're right, though. He is, you and Bill are talking about his quick feet. He shows some really good vision.
We are missing a Corkland tonight, or at least the Corky's Pizza side of it.
Oh, I know. Don't even bring that up. I had no supper tonight.
They don't.
I brought you Skittles.
Look, those are just Sun Skittles.
No, they're.
Sam wanted those, and he's not here.
Those are the ones he picked up off the back of the floor of the truck.
That's right. That's exactly right.
From last week.
I can't argue, because 2 weeks ago he did bring me at least not a full bag, but a partial bag of milk duds.
Wait a minute.
It wasn't a full bag of milk duds.
It was a full bag of
It was a full bag of candy.
Yes, I didn't pick like the candy out of the bag and then say, "Oh, by the way,
here you go." No, it wasn't. It was a full bag, unopened full bag of candy. It's just not the old times where you could get just milk duds.
Did Joe get any candy yet?
I hope you're hearing this, Joe.
Hey, that camera work down there is fantastic.
Same sure. Now you say.
Oh, yeah, now, yeah.
Whoa,
he can't afford another.
Stop. How, did the candy make it to Tennessee?
Yes, it did.
All right.
And the grandkids, thank you.
I heard about that.
We found out they like Kit Kats.
52 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, back in football. Oil City, first down and 10. Looking to throw, looking deep in the right side. They got a man back there, and it is incomplete. Out of bounds. Who did he?
Knocked down by Carpenter.
No, he caught it out of bounds, I think.
I don't know.
Wasn't a bad throw. Carpenter Shoemaker, I think, is the defender on here. Does a nice job of. You're going to see the near side. It's out of our picture right now, but he does a nice job of running the receiver towards the sideline, and just kind of helps him out of bounds. And again, you can do that to force the incomplete pass. Not a bad effort on the receiver there, though.
Good ball by the quarterback. Good throw. Laid it right in there. 45 seconds to go. Second down and 10. High formation, wing right. It goes to Knox, driving straight ahead. If he gets to the outside, and he's going to get out of bounds, which is going to save some time. Got what he could and went out of bounds at the 22. With 41 seconds left in the half.
And it'll be, what, third down now?
It should be third down and 1.
Kevin says thank you, Steve.
He was just checking to see whether or not I would actually remember.
Well, how would we know? Yeah, we're assuming, Kevin, that he knows what he's talking about.
Do the archives go back that far?
Let's go back to the yearbook.
Wide lefts, single, power I. It goes to Knox. He drives straight ahead, and he's brought down. Good job out there.
Miller, I think, is the young man. Yeah, Miller.
Mr. Miller again.
I go and hurry up here.
Well,
35 seconds.
How much time? How many timeouts do they have?
Oh, they had to move the sticks.
Yeah, now it's running.
35 seconds to go. Under the center, power I to Mr. Knox. Tries to cut to the outside, and he's going to be wrapped up once again.
Wheeling had
a 18. Mr.
They must have had a timeout left.
They do. They're calling timeout with 23 seconds.
And the Oilers take a timeout.
A second down and about, what would it be, about 7.
And we'll try to get some of these.
For Oil City with 29 seconds left.
Chip Burns down on the field tonight.
Chip Burns. Well, things better go well.
Is that Chip?
Is that Chip over there, Bill?
Yeah, that's Chip. Also down here on the sidelines from the Chains tonight, I got an old friend of mine from Titusville. Used to run round. Is Freddie Klein. Everybody know Freddie?
Yes. Tell Fred we said hi.
I'm going down that way right now.
Well, we'll see if Titusville can come up with 23 seconds of defense and keep Oil City out. It's been a good drive for Oil City with short time.
Well, one of the things I think, if I'm Oil City, if you're not considering throwing the ball here, and I think they might take another shot through the air this way, you're going to have to run Knox wide, because if you run them inside and Titusville gets to them and stand them up, you're going to chew up a lot of time.
Yeah. Well, they're going to go power I, so apparently they're going to run them in some direction. Balance line. Now they put a man in motion. Now they're going to throw. Got a man in the open. It's intercepted by
Koval.
Koval intercepts at the 1 yard line. That was a good play by Brock. He read that all the way.
Well, a better throw, a quicker throw, and I think he's got a touchdown. Brock, you're gonna, if we can see right here, watch Brock. He's at the safety. Watch him come up and then sees the guy go by him. Now, to his credit, he doesn't lose track of the quarterback. A better throw, and it's a touchdown.
Quicker throw anyway.
A quicker throw anyway. A little bit higher into more towards the back where his receiver's running. They're going to get a touchdown on that. But it's a again, nice recovery by Titusville. I'm not too sure realistically what Oil City is doing with their play calling. They're putting the ball in the air a whole lot. Now, they do have a 14-7 lead. I'm just questioning the play calling coming down there. If you really were looking to score, I think I'd have been using Mr. Knox a little bit more than they did.
19 seconds left. Titusville have the ball, 1st and 10 from, what are they at, Bill? At their own 2 or so?
About the 1.
Yeah, this is one where you're going to put McDonald a bet under center and
push ahead.
Just push ahead.
By the way, Kevin says he remembers, just testing your memory.
Verification.
We get tested enough up here, so Kevin, just ease up here.
Yeah, Titus was just going to take a knee here real quick and stay out of the end zone and let this clock run out because this Oil City has no timeouts. He'll push forward, as we said, and down he'll go with 15 seconds and the clock is running, and that'll be the end of the first half. Titusville with a good first half, having turned it over and gave up a quick 8 points. Have come back now. They're down 7, 14-7 here at halftime at Oil City. Halftime activity coming your way. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Like a good neighbor, your State Farm agent is there. And there. And now, there. Good Neighbor Connect is a secure virtual meeting tool exclusively for State Farm customers. It's simple to use, no signups, downloads, or plugins, and it helps you have the conversations you need with your agent at whatever distance you prefer. Ask your agent about meeting through Good Neighbor Connect today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Come down to Donovan and Bauer Auto Group on Thursday, October 27th from 5:30 to 7 for our 12th annual Trunk or Treat. Search the beds of our trucks and the trunks of our cars for all kind of goodies. This is a lighted and safe outdoor event for children and families of all ages. We will once again be taking in any monetary and non-perishable food donations that will be given to the local Titusville Food Bank. We hope to see you at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group's 12th annual Trunk or Treat on Thursday, October 27th. Please check our website, donovanbauer.com, and our Facebook page for more details. See you at Trunk or Treat.
Let's say I have an internet issue. Do you offer in-home support?
That would be fee.
You did say free, right?
That's a fee.
Free?
Fee.
So do I pay for in-home support or do I not pay for in-home support?
Correct.
Read the fine print. Only Armstrong provides all our customers with free local support and service, in-home, by telephone, or one of our local stores. Zoom from Armstrong.
And welcome to the Goodwill Larry's Auto Service halftime show. Here at Oil City High School, the halftime score, the Oilers lead the Rockets 14-7. And we're going to be going down to the field to bring you the sights and sounds of the Titusville High School marching band here. And then we'll get everybody's thoughts on this first half of play.
The Rocket Marching Band have selected a small portion of their 2022 field show, R&B and MCU, Music in the Multiverse, to perform for you tonight. Our opening selection is a touch of the 1970s that's a favorite on Starboard's awesome Walkman mixtapes, originally made popular by Blue Sweet. We are hooked on a feeling. After that modern classic, it's time for some fun with Stan Lee's most famous character, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. This hero has an instantly recognizable 12-bar blues theme. Thank you to Mr. Cartwright and the Oiler Marching Band for welcoming us to Oil Country. Congratulations to your 2023 seniors. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Titusville High School Rocket Marching Band.
1, 2, up, ready, go.
That's the Titusville High School Marching Band performing here at halftime. Our coverage will continue right after this timeout. This is the Goodwill Larry's Auto Service halftime show. We will bring you the sights and sounds of the Oiler Marching Band coming up next.
Hi, my name is Dr. Charlie Gates. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, and I spend most of my time here at Titusville Area Hospital. I'm a general orthopedic surgeon. I perform wrist fracture surgery, ankle fracture surgery, and hip fracture surgeries. I do carpal tunnels and trigger fingers, knee arthroscopies, and shoulder arthroscopies. I look forward to serving the patients here in the hospital.
Whoever said, "It's only a dog," never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversation. Try our oiled derrick sirloin or railroad flat iron, or how about the TPD ribeye, Louis Lip strip steak, or Fat Chad's pork steak. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the garden pasta or the Asiago chicken, or get the Rocketeer burger or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
And welcome back to Oil City High School. It is halftime. It is the Goodwill Larry's Auto Service halftime show. We'll be going down to the field. Oh, they're recognizing the band. I thought maybe we'd get some of the band. But let's talk real quick while we wait for maybe their performance. Or are they doing, what are they doing?
They're going to
I don't
senior
know.
band members.
Senior band members,
Okay,
I think, is what they're doing at halftime. So we'll talk very quickly about
Yeah.
the football game and see how it's going with Oil City and Titusville. Oh, he didn't mean that kind of quick.
See,
That's
Kevin?
Pretty quick. I'm telling you.
Hey, if I could do the auctioneer thing, I'd have done it then, but I can't do that.
14-7 is the score here at the half.
Well, it's a good first half for Titusville. We gave them 7 by virtue of the interception early in the game. That picked up the first 8 for Oil City on a short field. But since then, Titusville's played them pretty well. The thing that I'm waiting for Titusville, we have not done it all. Well, that's not true. We did it with Jackson Cole. We'll get our touchdown.
Right.
But we haven't thrown the ball that much tonight. Possession-wise, I think we're behind the 8 ball. We probably have minus yardage other than that one from Colville because we couldn't get anything going early in the first half. But they hung in there. Defensively, I thought we played well.
I'm really surprised defensively at how well we're doing. Coming into this game, when you read the stats on Knox and their record and how they've performed so far this year, you really thought, boy, we're not going to be able to stop them from the outside. We've had trouble with that. Look, last week with Warren, we had trouble with their running back. I mean, you're just thinking, Lord, how do we keep this under control? The last couple of drives of Oil Cities, I thought Titusville has played pretty even defensively with them. We're getting helmets to the ball carriers. They're grabbing, holding on, and somebody else is coming in and hitting. The defense has played pretty well. The question is in the second half, like you say, is what can we do to be more consistent on offense?
Yeah, and I don't know. We've got to get some kind of an offensive run game going, but at the same time, the defensive side of the ball, the Titusville boys are not. We're not arm tackling. We're getting a body on them, and we're getting help. The first one hits, and the next thing you know, there's 3 or 4 gold helmets right there, and they're really featuring. They're staring at number 2.
Yes.
They're watching for him to get the ball. But when they run that counter, Steve, Titusville's right there defensively. So they seem to be staying home, seem to be doing the things they've been told to do, and playing quite well defensively. They came to play.
Yeah,
they came to win this ball game.
That's one of the things we talked about coming down here. The only way Titusville's going to have any hope of being successful tonight, particularly on defense, is to hit, know your job, do your job. And so far, for the most part, Titusville has been able to do that. They know what their responsibilities are. They meet that responsibility, but they don't let it stop there. The next thing they do is, okay, how do I go help? And so if I'm watching the outside, I watch the outside. It's not coming to me. I go help wherever it's at.
What do you do on the Oil City side now? You're up 7 against a team that's 2 and what are we? 2 and 5?
3 and 5.
2 and 3.
3 and 5.
3 and 5. You're wanting to get into playoff action and so on, but you're not playing real well right now.
Well,
what are you going to tell your kids?
At halftime, if I'm the coaches for Oil City, I'm kicking a few trash cans right now at my kids. Very disappointed in the way you guys are playing. Lackluster performance as far as I'm concerned. You're not playing with any spark. You guys came into this ball game thinking you were going to play Titusville and this was going to be an easy ball game, and that's the way you're playing, and you've allowed these guys to stay in this football game with us, and it shouldn't be allowed. In the second half, I'm going back to my bread and butter.
Yeah.
And that ball, we've talked about it. We talked about it at the beginning where he had 303 carries. That's a lot of totes for a young man. Well, guess what? He's going to see the ball 90% of the time in the second half. We're going to try to break him loose, get this thing broken open. But if I'm Oil City, as far as the coaching staff, I'm not real happy with how my team's performed.
No, I didn't think they played with a lot of fire in the first half, and I don't know whether they're looking ahead or thinking, Titusville's only picked up a couple of wins this year or whatever. But you're right. I think they'll come out with a little bit more fire. We'll find out because they get the ball
right off the
get-go. So if Titusville can get a 3 and out, that could have a big play.
Effect on
we'll keep them out of the end zone.
Right.
I have a 14-10 score late in the second. It could be half at this point, but Conneaut, the Cash Eagles, leading Franklin 14-10.
Our next senior is Drum Major Logan Kearns.
That's what we wondered about, how that ball game would go. Both teams are struggling this year, and we've played them both. We kind of thought, slight edge maybe to Cash. Franklin, though, hanging tough, and that's same type of thing as here. You let a team hang around, they can bite you.
Fort LaBeouf 14, Corey 0 at halftime.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Logan Kearns.
There's a lot of important games coming up here now as we get towards playoffs.
Well, Fort LaBeouf, I think, is safe. I think they're going to get in the playoffs. I think they're second. They're behind General McLean, but I think they're pretty much going to get in okay. I think here you'll see Oil City. Like I say, Oil City's probably going to get in the 3A rankings. Warren looks pretty safe out of this region. We're 2-2. It depends upon how many they're going to take. If it's 2 per region or 4 per region, I think it's probably going to be 2. but it might be more than that. But if it's 2, that battling down in the south is going to be interesting to see what will happen there, because you've got some good teams down there yet. So you get into these last 3 games of the season, things start to get a little different. Things get to be a little bit tight if you haven't been able to lock up a place in playoffs. You got to look at things. If you're Oil City, we look like we're going to get into playoffs, but we got to get things moving a little better. We should be a little smoother than what we're seeing tonight.
A loss here tonight would really be
a loss would
difficult mentally.
Mentally, it would hurt them. Yeah, a loss here would be mentally difficult. Well, it could go 2 ways. Could be mentally difficult, and what happened, and then you just kind of fall apart. The other thing could give you that wake-up call. How many times do you see football players that really need to be popped once before they get into the game?
Well, that wake-up call will come if it even stays this close.
Yes.
I'm anticipating that it will break open a little bit this second half for Oil City. I don't know that. I thought it would break open a little bit sooner the first half.
Right.
We'll see.
Well, it depends upon how much they've worn us down.
Steve, we asked Coach about that matchup next week with Titusville and Corey. Yeah, I know. There are teams, and Oil City's one that has changed their schedule in Week 10. Now, this year, it's different from past years where that playoff, or the playoffs would start that Week 10 week.
Right.
Now it's not, so teams can schedule 10 weeks worth of games, but some are opting out that last week, gearing up for the playoffs or making whatever changes. Again, probably good reasons, bad reasons to do that, but at this point, if the game hasn't been canceled for next Friday, it's probably on.
Right, I would think so. We're scheduled to play Corey. Corey and Meadville are the only 4A teams in this district, so they're automatically in the playoffs. I think that game will still be played. I don't see either one of them bouncing out of their Week 10 games. A lot of that would depend, I think, if you're beaten up or not. And a week's rest might get you some starters back. I don't know the situation. I don't think Meadville has anybody banged up too bad that we know of. Not too sure about Corey. That'll be a decision here that Oil City may have to make too, concerning their Week 10. Do I have people out, or am I healthy and go ahead and play?
Our next senior is Liliana Spencer.
Bill, what do you see us doing the second half that you maybe not have seen here in the first half?
Well, I like the way Titusville has come and played his first half of this ball game. They've held Knox to I'm not sure how many yards he's got, but they've got hats on him every time. He's like I say, he's got a lot of happy feet with him, but he stays low and he follows that blocking really well. He's got a hand on his lineman every time he comes through that line. He's got a hand on his back. Pushing him where to go. But I think Titusville, we have a heck of a chance coming out here. It's going to be all depends on what we do. Maybe the first or second chance that we have the ball.
Yeah, I'm anticipating this first series to be important, and if Titusville can get, even if they don't hold them to a 3-and-out, but to give them some yardage, but get the ball out of the end zone and take it over, and especially they can get on the field and put some points on. But if we can keep them out of the end zone this first series, I think Titusville's going to be fired up for the whole game.
But ideally for Titusville, what you'd like to have happen is that fumble or that interception in this first 3 down, within the first 3 downs, so that you get the field position you want. Get a short field, see if that'll work to your advantage as well. So we gave up the ball once. We really need a couple of turnovers ourselves here in the second half to help us.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Coal Oil Johnny's.
After high school, he plans to take a gap
breakfast
year
sounds good there, doesn't it?
And earn money to put towards college. After his gap year is over, he will look into colleges for something.
Bill, has it changed down there? We talked earlier in the game, temperature is like 52 degrees. I see your orange gloves are on. Has it cooled down there? Is there
just a little bit. And you take a look at the flags down there. The American flag is it's pretty straight out. But it's not really bad at all, really. I don't think the kicking is going to affect their kicking game. It might affect ours, but that's about all.
Yeah, they don't seem to have a kicking game, do they?
No, not at all.
At least we haven't seen it. But well, when you get a guy like Knox, why would you not go for two?
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, 14-7 is the score. As that
Marching Man Seniors.
we'll wrap up our halftime show here at Oil City High School. Our coverage will continue right after this. This has been the Goodwill Larry's Auto Service halftime show. Second half action is coming up next.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. We offer competitive pricing and an array of equipment for you to get the job done and on time. Hosting an event? Poppy's can help with that too. We have tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project needs. Poppy's Place on the Tinesta Road in Pleasantville. Since 1965, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been dedicated to serving Titusville and surrounding communities. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that are still held to this day. He also believed in community and making Titusville the best place to live, work, and play. When you need us, we will be there for you, providing a dignified service at fair prices. This has been our foundation for 55 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street, Titusville. Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
And welcome back to Oil City High School. We have the second half coming up in just a moment. Our coverage of Rocket Sports this season made possible by these great sponsors: by Oil Creek Plastics, by Titusville Area Hospital, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by State Farm Insurance, by Poppy's, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, by The Barking Lot, by Fat Chad's Brewing, by Armstrong, by the University of Pittsburgh Titusville Education and Training Hub, by Kreiner Real Estate, by Warner's Bakery, by Goodwill, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. And just a reminder, we'll have the Corky's Pizza player of the game coming up after this matchup between the Oilers and the Rockets.
Well, getting ready for the second half, and I didn't get the finger point from the producer, so I wasn't too sure who was supposed to talk.
Well, I think I was.
Dad's losing his teeth.
No, I'm losing my
Skittle.
Skittles.
My Skittles. It's not funny, Luke.
Keep your eye on your Skittles.
That's why you bring milk duds.
Yeah. Yeah, that pulls my teeth right out. Oh, my goodness, people.
Hey, Joe, you hearing this, Joe?
Why have I done this for 30 years and had to put up with all this? If it wasn't you, it was Fred Bloom.
We're not getting into this.
Right you are, Jim.
We're not getting any of this candy, are we, Joe?
I know you guys are doing a great job down there, and we're happy for you.
Oh, we're happy for us, too.
Oh, I just mentioned that it's nice up here. We got heat in the booth.
Hey, Bill, what's happening on the sidelines? How did the Rockets come out here to start this
I don't
soon
know.
to be second half?
They're not, jumping for joy or anything, but they're clapping a lot, and I think they got a job to do, and I think they know they got to do it.
Yeah, they appeared to be ready to play when they come out of the locker room just now, and we'll see. We're going to find out real quick. And if you get a chance to see Mr. Burns, tell him we said hello over there. Is he on your side? Or is he out on the field?
He's out on the field.
Well, we probably ought to send you out there to say hello to him.
No, I saw him before the game.
It's the first game we've had him this year.
Yes.
Well, we're about set to go. Titusville will have to kick off to Oil City. Titusville's down 14-7.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Cole Oil Johnny's.
Now, look, if you want me to read your phone, you're going to have to hold it still. It's hard enough to.
Hey, guys, any word on the Meadville-Warren game?
Well, we're looking around right now trying to find things. And the only one we found so far is Franklin Conneaut, and Franklin was up, or excuse me, Conneaut was up 4 points, 14-10 at the half, so we don't know yet, Bill.
Okay, thanks.
Nobody seemed to be posting yet tonight. Owen Ribb will tee it up at the 40, and we'll get set to go. We have Knox back on the far side. I'm not sure who we have. I think it's 17, if I'm not mistaken there. That would be Noah Sanchez. And he'll take the ball at the 18, out across the 25, the 30, gets to the outside. He's out across the 35, the 40, 45, 50, and knocked out of bounds by the kicker, Mr. Ribb, at the Titusville 45. Good return.
And that's one of the things we talked about in kickoff coverage. You've got to stay your lanes. You've got to stay home. And the right side of the kickoff coverage team got sucked inside the hash mark as he reverses field, gets to the outside. This is going to come down to Titusville's left side. And he gets loose on Titusville's right side. So, it's not a good way to start the half, but, we'll see what Titusville's defense could do here.
1st and 10, Oil City. They're at the Titusville 45 by virtue of that good return.
Let's go, boys!
Oil City will send one wide to the left. And that would be Zerby. Ball's given off to Knox. Straight ahead. Going to get loose? No, he's going to be brought down. Inside the 40 at about the 37, just short of the first down, pick up about 9. Miller with the stop.
And they opened up a quick hole up the middle on us, and he's just squirting through there, picking up 8-9 yards.
We got to match it now. Let's go.
2nd down and 1.
Big hit. Let's go.
Zerby go wide to the left for Oil City. Cover wing right. High formation. To Knox, off the right side. Going to be hit and brought down. He'll pick up the first down, but only a gain of about 2.
Knox picks up the first down. J.J. Miller making the stop.
Looked like Shoemaker Carpin in on that one, and Saxton again. Again, that's what we've talked about. Titusville's getting 2 to 3 guys. Nice job of gang tackling. Now we just have to see if we can minimize that first down play or see if we can hold them to 3 or less here.
1st and 10 from the Titusville 32 for the Oilers. Single wide left. Power I formation for Oil City. They've run this often. It goes to Knox straight ahead, and he's met their flag down.
Flag on the play.
Usually a hold.
Yeah, it looks like a hold.
Across the 30, but we do have a flag on the play.
That'll come back.
Steve, Oil City ran into problems a few weeks back against Northwestern with penalties.
Yeah, with penalties, and it's a lot. That was actually one of the games where I believe Mr. Knox ran for 400 yards, but they also had a bunch of touchdowns called back on holding penalties in that ball game, and it ended up costing them that game. They lost that one by a point, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 21-20, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. So, you like what you see out of this ball club from Oil City, except here in the last, the second quarter, we're just going to get another one here for unsportsmanlike. And that you cannot have.
Wow. I don't know. Somebody said something in the Oil City huddle to the official or the sideline. I'm not sure which. And it's going to cost another 15 yards.
He's telling the coach now who it was.
I don't know. It might be an ejection. Who knows?
No, he didn't point to anybody.
He didn't point to anybody, though.
No, he didn't.
But he's caught here. We're going to find out real quick because the coach wants to talk to him. That's one of the things you cannot do as any football player, any football team. You can't cost your team. You already had the holding penalty. Now it's 15 more on top of that. So you got to be disciplined here.
Well, there's a big break for Titusville. If they can do something with it, it's going to be the ball back to the 43-yard line. And I believe the gentleman that got called there was the same one that got called for the holding. He probably didn't like the call and mentioned it. So it's first down a whole lot for Oil City. We got to get a stop here. Pitch back comes to Knox up across the left side. He'll pick up about 4. Not quite to the 50, about the 48-yard line.
Saxton getting up off the bottom of that one. And again, this is what they've done all game. It's inside the tackle, just slightly outside the tackle. And Titusville's done a nice job holding their ground, making tackles, not giving away that big play. I think here you're going to got to be careful now. You got to tell your secondary, particularly your corners, watch it because they're going to try to put the ball in the air here, I'll bet.
They brought Colin Zerby back in, the wide out on this side. That's the one they've been looking at from time to time. They'll put a slot in the right, the go-I formation. Pitch back comes to Knox. Coming across, he's got a schoolhouse in front of him. And he's going to be hit and brought out of bounds at about the Titusville 46.
Yeah, again, a nice job there. We're going to see Titusville doing a nice job pushing him wide. And they're going to be able to stop him, but you can see Mung 20. Look at how he's fighting off the block. There he's released. You got to release him. It's going to be a hold, and he does a nice job of riding him out. Just 2-3 yard gain. So far, you got to be impressed with how Titusville's playing this football game defensively.
Third down and a whole lot yet for Oil City. They're going to send 2 to the left. It's like a passing situation. I formation, probably a draw play. It is a draw to Knox out across the 40, 35, maybe brought down at the Titusville 33-yard line. So it'll be a fourth down and about 11. Manageable.
Manageable fourth down with, but I like the play call.
Yeah,
draw play kind of caught us off guard, and they managed to get decent yardage off of it.
How'd you notice I made that call, Bill?
That was a nice call.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
You need to come up here in the booth. We'll send him down.
I will be careful now. You've gotten one right in 30 years.
I'm just glad they didn't get as much yardage as they could have.
Yeah. All right, it's fourth down and 11 here. Big play for Titusville. Doubles the left side for Oil City. Pitch back to the left side to Knox. Going to get to the outside. And we have pretty good coverage and knocked him out of bounds at the 25. So Titusville will take over on downs. I don't see any flags.
Oh, Mung just laid him down.
Yeah, who hit him over there?
Oh, that's Mung.
Mung.
Yeah.
And here you're going to see it's just a quick pitch to the outside. Titusville does a nice job. Oil City's having a little bit of trouble blocking, particularly the corners coming up. And that Johnson does a nice job trying to get a hand on it. Then Mung just lowers the boom. That's what he's in bounds. You hit him. Nice job by Titusville's defense.
Got the 3 and out. Now, so what can we do? We send 2 to the left. Titusville will single back. We have a wing right. See what coach decides to do here. First down and 10 for the Rockets. Bad snap. That's not what they do.
Let's fall on it.
Yeah, gummit, we lose 10.
Watch it into your hands. Ian's going to take his eyes off of this, I think, just a little bit quick. It is high. But, just
a little bit high.
A little bit high. Came back a little bit quick. But I don't think, he doesn't watch it into his hands. I think he's trying to grab it and pull it down a little quick. That's one of those read option plays.
That brings up second down at about 20 for Titusville. Not what we really wanted. Doubles right side for the Rockets. It comes to Koval, or is that Mung? I'm not sure which. We'll see.
Koval, I think.
Pick up of a couple on the play, perhaps. Out to the 12 or 13-yard line.
Pearsall, Pearsall, the first guy there for Oil City to make the stop. I thought maybe he had a chance at getting outside, but he does a nice job of closing quickly.
Yeah, Pearsall's played well tonight. Brings up a third down and we'll say 20 for Titusville. Board says third down and 11. I like their call better than mine. Doubles right side for Titusville. See what man in motion. Given to the motion man, cuts it upfield, and he's hit and driven back. And still driven back, and now they run him up. It'll be a punt formation for Titusville.
Yeah, he came up quick. I think that's their free safety, I think, coming up there.
44?
Wilson? No, he's the middle backer. Does a nice job. They must have had him bailing back a little bit because they're normally trying to stuff up inside that 5-yard box.
Ethan Knox will stand back at the Rocket 45-yard line as Mung will get ready to kick. 6:44 left to go in the third quarter. Titusville, I think, wants to use as much time every time they can. 6 seconds. Good snap. Kick is away. It's going to hit at the 45. Bounce straight up and stay at about the 45-yard line.
I almost looked back at the clock at the wrong time.
So that's where we started this second half after the kickoff at the 45-yard line of Titusville. And that's where Oil City will start again. First down 10, Oil City at the Titusville 45. That snap
issue both plays for Titusville was kind of high.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, got to get that snap back down where your quarterback's expecting it.
Put us in second and long situation, which we have trouble recovering.
Well, we've seen both teams in second and long and third and longs, and neither team really has been hugely successful in converting.
Zerby wide left, backside formation. It goes to Knox up the left side, cuts it back to the right, and drives forward inside the 40 to about the 37.
Knocked across the 40 down near the 36 or 37.
And again, that's that inside pitch, and he's taking his whatever read he makes on it, makes his cut. The nice thing about it is he's not trying to break everything wide. He just makes that little quick cut and then continues north and south.
Second down, about 2. Wide side of the field will be to Oilers' left. Could have a play on it as they like to go to the wide side. They have a slot left, wing left, excuse me. Straight up the middle, Knox. Breaks it to the outside, he's loose. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
And that's what they're waiting for.
Yep.
They're just waiting for that quick opening to where he can make that quick cut. And once he gets loose, his speed's going to take him all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, that was wide open the whole way. As soon as he made that cut to the left, nobody's going to touch him. Showed pretty good speed there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things where we've, so far this ball game, for the most part, we've been able to get hands on them and grab them and hold them back. That time there, nobody really got a hand on him. You can see what he does when he runs free.
Extra point, 2-point attempt, power I. Comes to Knox straight ahead, and he drives into the end zone for the 2-point. 22-7. Oil City on top as we have 5:30 left in the third quarter.
Oil City, they're doing a nice job. They're doing what they want to do, and that's run the football. And here you're going to see it's straight ahead. There's a big opening there. He'll make this cut right there away from Brock, and it's gone for a touchdown.
Okay, at what point is a block in the back?
I don't see
I'm
one.
pointing out there at the 35.
I don't.
He's
there, yeah. I don't know. Depend. What was the line of? What's the line of scrimmage?
Well, it's
he's within. He's
3-4 yards down.
Yeah, he's probably within that. There's a certain area, a certain yards away from the line, you can get away with it. I think he was probably in it. The one thing that I'm surprised nobody did notice was a little bit of stretching of the jersey.
Seemed to be.
But
it was a good run.
But it's a good run. It was a nice play, well executed by Oil City.
Short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. And they intended every bit of that to be a quick onside, try to pick it up. Titusville get it to 35. That's about where it went out of bounds.
That's a 1-yard penalty if you're Oil City. I think it went out at the 34, so you don't lose anything on that one. But that is something that's a good point. It is something Titusville has to watch.
Yeah,
that thing's a free ball once it goes 10 yards.
And they had every intention of that being an onside
kick. Yeah, they had a lot. They had 2 kids down there close.
Yeah, that's a good call. You want to break a game open? You just got a touchdown. You make an onside kick, pick it up. You get short field. 22-7.
Well, actually,
Oil City on top.
It's going to cost them 5.
No, it did cost them 5.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, we're being asked, do you have the info on the
That's
size?
Because it was at the 35. I'm sorry.
Any stats on Oil City's offensive line, size-wise?
Size-wise, we'll take a look at them here at the first chance we get, the first break we get. We'll get a look at their offensive line.
McDonald to the outside, and he's going to be tossed out of bounds at about the 44. That's one of the things that has happened, Steve, the last several games that McDonald has been playing. He's a sophomore. It's his first start here a few weeks ago. His run game has picked up nicely.
Well, one of the things that helps a quarterback, particularly in a run game, is the more you play, the more comfortable you get, the more relaxed you get, the quicker it is to get things moving for Ian. I remember his first game where he did not look real quick, but he's become more comfortable at the quarterback position. And as you get comfortable and confident, things start to happen for you.
Double wing for Titusville goes to Jackson Koval, cuts up the middle. He's going to be close to the first down, and he brings it out to about the 48.
It'd be about 3rd and 1. This is kind of what you want to see out of Titusville's offense. You're not looking to have the 20, 30, 40, 50-yard play, but you want to see these 4, 5, 6-yard gains and just continue it just down the field. Remember, if Titusville has the football, Oil City can't score.
Can't score. Yeah, that's right. That's usually how it works.
Getting back, if you want to look at it, there's a couple of kids' numbers that I'm missing for Oil City.
Yeah, there's some numbers that are not on here.
But for instance, their centers might be one of their smaller linemen. He's 5'11" and he goes 245.
Yeah, number 75, Steve, is
6'1", 320. 76 is 5'10", 280. So they're good-sized boys.
Jackson Colville drives it up the middle across the midfield to the 48 of Oil City. First down, 10, Titusville.
And this is the way Titusville's offense is built. Let's get these 3, 4, 5 yards, and this is a well-executed play. We pull the guards, and Jackson does a nice job of getting right up in behind him and just gets what he can get, which is right now a nice 3, 4, 5-yard gain.
You're going on size of lineman, number 88, and Mr. Crocker is 6'5", 288.
288, yeah.
So they got some.
Yeah, 320, 280, 288, 245, and he might be one of the smaller ones. So that gives you an indication of the size of the boys up front for Oil City.
Again, Titusville, double wing. McDonald rolls to his right, cuts upfield, and he'll pick up a few. We'll give him maybe 2 or 3 on the play. Brings up a second down. 8. 3:03 left to go here in the third quarter. 22-7. Oil City able to pick up a score here in the third quarter. On a good run by Ethan Knox. I don't think he's going to get 400 tonight as it is right now.
Not unless we give up some very long runs here late in this ball game.
Again, Titusville stays with the double wing. This is a new set for Titusville. Goes to Jackson Colville. He drives ahead, gets stood up about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we didn't quite get what we needed there. Oil City did a nice job on that one. They kind of pushed back against the front 5 of Titusville, able to stuff a hole, not give up any yards here. So this is the first time in this drive right now for Titusville, 3rd and long. Let's see what we can do.
I look for one to Brock down deep. We have 2 coming to the left side. Koval's in the slot to the left, so we'll see. They got one-on-one coverage here and no safety back. Now they're going to go cover 2. McDonald's in trouble. Gets the pass off, and it is complete, but Oil City's up quickly to make the hit to Jackson Koval. That's the one we scored on, but I'm not sure that's where we wanted to go that particular play.
No, it's not designed to go that way, but as you can see here, they're going to look at the right linebacker this side. He's going to come. We pick one up. They bring the left linebacker. There's nobody there to pick him up because you've only got the one running back, so Ian does a nice job of getting out of it what he can. Fake punt here.
Fake punt. There's a Koval down the right side. He's out of bounds at the 32. Good
First
call.
down.
Nice play call for Titusville. Remember, Cameron Mung is the backup quarterback.
He throws the ball well.
And threw it well here, and we catch Oil City. They're sleeping a little bit here. You can see their backs are turned when the ball snapped.
Yeah, they weren't paying attention.
No, not at all. And, good job of execution by Titusville. You didn't see linemen downfield, which would have brought it back at all. He did a nice job there. Hopefully this will spark us here. We can get points.
First down and 10 Titusville. They're at the 34 of Oil City. We'll send 2 to the left side, wing right. McDonald dropping back to throw, looking deep. Got Koval going over the middle, and it is incomplete.
That was a dying quail.
Yeah, it was a dying quail, but I'll tell you, do we have this one? Because I'm going to show you where I think he probably should have gone with the ball. You see Koval and Shoemaker Carpin here. Right there's where you want to go with it. Look, there's nobody around Shoemaker Carpin down here. He hits Shoemaker Carpin down here, and look at the open space. That's where he should have gone and not to triple coverage.
Brings up a second down and long. Titusville now will send one wide right. They get Brock Koval going wide to the right side. Got one left. Jackson Koval slot left. McDonald's going to keep and run. He's going to go out to the outside, but not going to get much. Line of scrimmage, perhaps.
McDonald keeps it running right. He's hit at the line.
Brings up a third.
With the trouble we had getting lined up and getting our formation set, I'm not too sure, but what that wasn't a broken play. I'm not too sure that's a designed run for McDonald.
Third and long now for Titusville. We're at the 34-yard line of Oil City.
For Titusville here, yeah, I'm sure Coach Reynolds has already told his offensive coordinator here, we're gonna, you're gonna get 2 shots to get this.
We'll send doubles to the left side. That'll be Ribb and Brock Koval. McDonald's rolling to his right. He's got a man deep.
He broke it off.
Yeah.
He broke it off. He didn't think Ian was going to get free, and Brock Koval cut off his pattern. If he keeps running that, we get 6. Now, Oil City does a nice job. They're going to send blitzers. Ian escapes this. Bad angle by the blitzer. Pearsall takes a bad angle, allows McDonald to get outside.
What's that?
Is that Santa's reindeer?
Blitzen?
Blitzer?
No, that was Blitzen. But you can see there, Brock thought Ian was going to get caught. As a receiver, just run your route. If your quarterback gets tackled, it doesn't mean anything to you. So keep your route going.
Doubles to the left for Titusville. It's a 4th down and 10. McDonald looking to throw, and he overthrows Brock on the left side. So Titusville will turn it over. A lot of pressure on McDonald.
Yeah, they sent Pearsall again. They've done that a lot to him. And we're just not picking it up. We just don't have anybody to pick it up. That's one of the dangers when you run all these guys out in routes, and he's just not ready to get his feet set. We'd have had trouble getting that out and picking up 10 yards from there anyway. But our drive stalls, but at least we got some things moving a little bit offensively.
22 seconds left in the third. 22-7, Oil City on top of the Rockets. See what Oil City chooses to do here. If they're going to go back and run Knox once again up the middle, my guess is they will.
114, Jody Johnson.
Although they send 2 to the left side, I formation. Pitch back to Knox, cuts it up the middle, goes to the outside, and puts his head down and drives forward for about 11. That's a pretty good run by Knox.
That's not a bad run there. That's the first time I've seen him actually put his head down and try to run over somebody.
Yeah, he ran hard. Maybe one of the cans that the coaches kicked.
Might have been a little bit of let's get things, don't.
Little motivation.
Let's, you can see he broke a couple of tackles. He gets away from Mung there. Jackson finally able to bring him down.
Third quarter comes to an end. It's 22-7. Oilers on top of our Rockets. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Signature here. Oh, and one last thing.
What's with the chainsaw?
Oh, well, service may be slowed due to network interference.
Network interference?
Yeah, well, maybe if you cut down some of these trees, you can finally get a decent cell signal, which is how you get internet now. Good luck.
Read the fine print. Only Armstrong delivers fast and reliable internet right into your home on a network built specifically for the internet. Zoom from Armstrong.
Like a good neighbor, your State Farm agent is there. And there. And now, there. Good Neighbor Connect is a secure virtual meeting tool exclusively for State Farm customers. It's simple to use, no signups, downloads, or plugins, and it helps you have the conversations you need with your agent at whatever distance you prefer. Ask your agent about meeting through Good Neighbor Connect today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth and final quarter of play here from Oil City High School. And just congratulating the seniors tonight. It's Oil City's senior night. And the school district down here doing some renovations on the turf. A lot of schools took this year to do that. Franklin, Oil City.
First down and 10, Oil City. The ball goes to, guess who? Knox out the right side, and he picks up about 10. He's a 7 to 10 yarder about every carry. Well, that's about what he's averaging.
Yeah, you're starting to see those front five where they're starting to open up a lot of holes. The size is starting to get to Titusville. They're starting to push things back again like they did in that first couple of drives of the game.
First down for the Oilers at the Rockets.
Steve, you were here for track back in the spring when everything was pretty much ready to go. And
yeah, it's a nice facility. It's the track's real nice. Really like the layout with the blue lanes and the exchange zones.
Single to the right for Oil City, power high. Knox cuts it back to the right side, breaks a tackle, still driving ahead, running a lot harder this half than he did the first half, I think.
Knox with the carry, fighting for yards.
Yeah, he is. He's fighting through some arm tackles where in the first half, Titusville could get an arm on him and hold on to him a little bit. You're starting to see the wear and tear of the football game as you get into the third and fourth quarter, where those arm tackles now aren't really slowing them down as much as they did in the first half.
Our front three keeps changing on us, 78-56.
Well, I think, we're trying to rotate some big guys up front to try to keep some guys fresh, but right now Oil City's front five are just owning the line of scrimmage.
Doubles the right side for Oil City, I formation. Goes to Knox, straight ahead, cuts to the outside. Look out if he gets out there. He's got a stiff arm, but brought down nicely on the far side by number 10.
Shoemaker Carpin does a nice job. That's one of those where you grab onto something and just hold on.
Enough for the first down, though. Out to the 32. We're into the 32 of Titusville. Bill, it seems a little quieter over there, or is we just...
No, it's a little quieter over here.
Yeah.
Just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Cole Oil Johnny's.
Oh, the kids have played well. And that's, somebody say you're nuts. They're down 22-7, but they're playing well. Knox straight across the right side, got to the outside and breaks the tackle. He'll get to the end zone. Touchdown. Yeah, once he made the cut to the right, nobody's going to get him.
And this was the thing we worried about when we in the pregame. We talked about if he gets loose, you're just not going to catch him. He's done a nice job. He's 2 touchdown runs in the second half. They're designed inside, but we collapse, try to get a hand on him and don't get it, and then he breaks it to the outside. Then he's going to outrun him to the end zone.
10:04 left in the ball game, 28-7. Oil City. Again, they'll go for 2. Yeah, the other thing I've seen with the last 2 touchdown runs, and you talked about it coming down, Steve, because he's a 100-yard dash man, 100-meter dash man. I did see some quickness in him.
Yeah, he does have some quickness in him.
Power eye. Knox driving straight ahead. He's in for the 2.
Knox takes it in and counts the 2 points. And Oil City
10:04 left to go.
30-7.
It's 30-7. Oil City on top of Titusville. Again, Titusville not playing that poorly. I've been impressed with how well they've come out to play, and I know that that score doesn't show that probably to those who are going by points.
Well, it's you got to kind of understand that this team can put up a lot of points in a game if you can't tackle well. If you don't tackle well, this team can put 50, 60 points on you, and I think they can do it in a hurry.
Yeah.
So Titusville's done particularly when you look at it, that this was 14-7 at the half. Titusville has done a very good job. Now, again, we've talked about it. The size differential up front is starting to take its toll on Titusville, I think, and there's holes that we were closing fairly early on are now just getting wider, and they're being pushed deeper into the linebackers, into the secondary.
Titusville seems to be very well disciplined tonight compared to last week. I mean, there's some things that seem like kind of got out of hand for Titusville, some of the players last week, where tonight they're just doing what they need to do.
Right, and they've been fairly well focused, fairly well disciplined. One of the things I'd like to see, just right now, just for Titusville's own psyche here, is to drive the field, get a few first downs, get some points out of this. You know, and you do that, and it's going to be pretty much the ball game because it'll take Titusville, you know, quite a lot of time at 3, 4, 5 yards a point. You have 10 minutes to go in this football game, so it's not about winning or losing. It's just do something for yourselves here.
Kickoff is taken at the 22-yard line as we had a knee down. Here comes a double pass, no, single pass out to Colville. Jackson up across the, nice run, out across the 30 to the 35. They put a little bit of pressure on somebody over there, Bill.
Yeah, a nice pass. Nice, good cut with Colville, I'll tell you.
He ran over somebody.
Well, and that's kind of what, you know, we talk about making tackles here. This is Dane Lay, number 8. He's going to be the corner out there.
First down and 10, Titusville. The ball's out at the 34-yard line of Titusville.
Now here comes, yeah, we're going to miss it, but Lay comes up here, but doesn't open his arms for the tackle. That's why Jackson was able to bounce off of him.
Pitch back coming the other way. Titusville wants to cut it up the middle and gets a little bit of leg drive out to the 35 to pick up a couple of 3 on the play.
Yeah, Mung with the carry, yeah. That's one of the things I'd kind of like to see Titusville try to do is bring him a little bit more into the offense, particularly in that tight slot or tight end position.
Brings up a second down and about 8. Ball's at the Titusville 36. Titusville sends receiver wide left. We'll bring Colville, brought Colville wide to the right. Not sure of the call. Now Jackson, Colville goes the other way. Pass is complete to Jackson, out across the 35, and gets first down yardage, I believe, inside the 45 to about the 47-yard line. I thought maybe that was that double pass play for a minute.
Well, we saw somebody from Oil City kind of shoot in there. I thought, man, look out, it could get picked, but he threw it upfield, and I think it actually went behind the Oil defender.
Titusville will have first down and 10. Talked about a little bit of a drive, Steve. We're getting here. At the 46, man in motion. Ball's given off to the motion man, going across the left side, cuts it upfield, and gets knocked out of bounds. I think that is Shoemaker Carpenter.
I believe it was, yeah.
And that was him.
And that's a jet sweep play that Titusville likes to run there.
See where they spot.
Oil City
looks
48.
Like Mr. Burns is going to set it at the 48 of Oil City.
Meadville was leading Warren at the half, 48-0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I expected that.
Titusville with runners both sides. Looking to throw. McDonald looking to throw. He's going to underthrow it. Warren blew. Oil City almost had the interception. Looking for Jackson Colville, and McDonald just underthrew it.
He doesn't get a real good release on this. He does a nice job here of stepping up between the rushers. But the release just wasn't quite there, I don't think, and it hung up on him just a little bit.
Well, if it had been, we may have had 6.
Oh, we would have. If he'd have thrown that a little further downfield. Because we had a step on him.
And Titusville's going to take a timeout. 7:53 left to go in the ball game. 30 to 7. So we'll see what Titusville chooses to do here with the timeout.
Fans who like to go to those JV games, and they are fun to watch. This
is a pretty good drive for Titusville. And Steve, you were talking about if we could just get a drive and put some points on the board. So far, we got a third now and probably 4. If we get the first down and keep it going, run some more time off, get some points, it's got to be encouraging for the Rockets.
Well, and that's what you're looking for here. That's what we said when Titusville started this drive with 10 minutes to go. It's see us drive the ball down, get some points, get a little bit of confidence going into your final game of the year for next week. Again, this is not a game that we're going to come back on. We're not built to score 4 touchdowns in 7 minutes. So it's not about winning or losing this game. You've played very well defensively. A little bit of hesitation to say we've played very well on offense. We've done decent job offensively, but there's still some things that have to improve here.
Quick update, Meadville 55, Warren 0, Reynolds 20, Lakeview 6, Cambridge Springs 24, Mercer 14, Cochranton 18, Maplewood 15, McDowell 28, Butler 6.
Colville off the left side, nice drive. First down Titusville, inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
He did a nice job there. He drug Mr. Pearsall for a couple of yards. He had him about a yard past the line of scrimmage, and Jackson just refusing to go down.
Yeah,
Took
that was
Mr.
a good
Pearsall
hard drive.
for a run.
Yeah, that was a good run. First down and 10, Titusville. And just so you Titusville people know, this is not Titusville running against the Oil City seconds.
No, Oil City still has their #1 unit out there.
Yeah. Titusville now will send 2 to the right. Rib far right. Colville in the slot right. Wing right. Jackson Colville looking to throw. A lot of pressure. Boy, they're getting a lot of pressure on our quarterback now when we want to try to throw. Ian doesn't want to go down, did he, Bill?
Under pressure,
No, he sure did.
Whistle blew, but he still wanted to go.
Well, you're going to see Oil City. They're coming from the outside. Our tackles have got to do a better job because they're coming from the outside. Now, both of their guys missed.
Run that back, Luke. And did we not pull a guard here?
Second down
I didn't see one pull.
For the Rockets.
56. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think.
Yeah, I thought we pulled a guard there. I thought maybe it was a running play, but anyway, it's now second down and long. McDonald's going to throw. Got some help in the backfield. Going to throw it up short.
Yeah,
It'll be intercepted.
intercepted.
Picked off at the 35 and brought down out at the 30. Checked at the 42, and that's Mung or Knox.
And we are going the other way.
That's what happens, you know, when you're able to get pressure on a quarterback, force a right-handed quarterback to his left, that's a hard throw to make. It's really tough for him to try to plant a foot, flip the hips. You can see his hips. He never had a chance to turn his hips at all. That's all arm strength right there, and it's just going to come up about 5 yards short.
So it'll be a first down and 10, 6:22 left in the ball game. It was a good drive up until the interception.
I will tease you a little bit.
See what Oil City does now.
Has already won earlier tonight. That is the beauty of these $500 tickets. Once your name is drawn, it goes back into the pot.
Power I formation for Oil City. A lot of Knox right now, driving straight ahead, still driving. And he'll get out across the 50 to the 49. It'll be a first down. Pick up a 10.
Close to a first down around the midfield stripe. And it
Looks like Saxton tackling him, but again, Saxton's an up front guy. And he's making the tackle 10 yards downfield.
First and 10 for Big Blue at the Rocket 49.
Saxton. Our producer's wondering who 57 is.
No,
okay, our play-by-play man is wondering who. Joseph Saxton, at least according to the program I have.
Power I now in motion. Giving off to the motion man coming across to the outside, and Titusville played that well.
Yeah, they did play it well. Mung there, and it was Nate Stearns who's had a pretty good ball game tonight for Titusville. Able to come through and make the tackle.
Ben Garland was a carrier.
You can see
Oil.
Mung's taking him wide, then the safety or the corner comes up, and Stearns does a nice job of coming from the inside to make the tackle.
5:15 left to go to the ball game.
Well, maybe we won't have time.
Oil City taking their time running plays. They're at the Titusville 48-yard line. You say 57 was Joe Saxton?
Yes.
Played well. I formation. It goes to Knox, straight across the middle. We're going to cut to the outside. He did, but run down from behind. Nice job, Mr. Mung. I thought he was going to get loose again.
I did too. Mung does a nice job of hustling back. And he plays the outside linebacker on that side. He has outside, sees it's not getting outside, but does a nice job of hustling back.
First down for the Oilers.
And does a nice job. You're going to see him coming back here. to come back and make the play. If he doesn't, good chance that's a touchdown.
Brings up a first down and 10. Power I again for Oil City. Giving off to the first man through, the fullback. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5, well, maybe a little bit more, about 6 maybe. Gang tackled by the Rockets. That's
it's like Miller
Pearsall
and
to carry straight ahead for about 5 yards.
Pearsall is the ball carrier.
Miller and Shoemaker Carpenter, I think, and somebody else come up to the pile. It's nice to see you got 3 white jerseys getting up off the pile. Sometimes it makes it hard to see who it is actually, but you know, that's what we've talked about all game, is you're going to have to gang tackle to stop this offense.
Second down and 5. The ball is spotted at the Titusville 28-yard line with 3:30 left to go in the ball game. Power I. It goes to the tailback, drives straight ahead, and going to be brought down. That is number 17, Sanchez, Noah Sanchez, in the ball game.
Sold by the volleyball team, ticket number 314.
Now you see, it looks like Oil City has put in a few of their number 2s.
Yeah, they're on some 2s now.
On their offense.
We will get to that final winner coming up next.
Although they are still playing, looks like they are still playing some ones in certain positions. I think a lot of the, some of the offensive line has been swapped out. Some of them are still starters, so it's, you know, they got some big boys up front.
Yes, they do. Pearsall's still in at fullback. They've got a new tailback in Noah Sanchez. He fumbles the ball.
Fumble.
Ball's on the ground.
Titusville's got it.
Titusville has the ball.
This will be interesting to see where the quarterback had the handoff. Did he put it through the pocket?
Fumble on the play,
or not get it in, or what it was?
Final $500 winner of the year.
Never got it stuck in.
It was there, I think. Roll it back. It should be right.
She won earlier tonight. Ticket number 6.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on the tailback. Now, yes, I'm a former quarterback, so.
Deb Wilson won twice tonight.
I wasn't going to say anything about him being a former quarterback, Bill.
Do we bring that up at all?
You can't.
No.
We tried not to.
I watched him play. I'm not going to say anything. Doubles left side for Titusville. They stack him. Here comes the big rush. From the weak side, never was seen.
Nope.
Nobody picked him up, and a big loss back about 20 yards.
Isaiah Robertson gets the sack.
That's one of those where you roll out, you don't stop, and that's the reason why.
And he rolled out really deep.
And they've sent their backers, particularly their outside backers, and their defensive ends have done a nice job of pinching down on those type of plays.
1:58 left to go in the ball game. Titusville was second and about 40, about 25, I'd guess. Yeah, that was a tough one. You saw that coming as soon as the ball was snapped. Doubles left side for Titusville. Double reverse, and that's Mung coming up the middle on the counter. Picked up maybe 5 with 1:30 to go in the ball game.
Third down and about an acre for the Rockets.
You know, we've talked about Knox a lot tonight and his success and the amount of yards and stuff he has. I'm really kind of curious. I can't really get a bead on where he's going to finish tonight.
I can't either. You know, I said I didn't think he's going to get his 400.
I heard
he's had a couple of pretty good runs.
I heard the announcer say unofficially he already had 400.
And we're just not sure when.
Well, it doesn't seem like that happened
doesn't seem
tonight.
like it.
But he said it was unofficial.
I don't know. I'd have to. It just didn't seem that way to me.
Now we got
taking nothing away from him. He's a fine running back, but.
But the 2 big touchdown runs this half have been under 50. I mean, he was inside Rocket territory when he did it. I'm not, you know, like I said, he's had a quiet night, I thought.
Well, he's had a lot of 10-yarders. Titusville gets the break, comes up the field. And that is Brock Koval as he brings it to the 41-yard line of Titusville.
That was a good play. Nice job of. We're going to try to defeat a fierce pass rush by getting rid of it quick into the flats. Titusville's had a lot of success. I'm surprised we haven't seen this more often. Good stiff arm. And you just finish with what you can get.
Brings up first down and 10. Titusville at their own 41 with 38 seconds left to go in the game. Go deep.
There's a lot of talk going on between these linemen, defense and offense.
Doubles left side for Titusville. They're going to send the linebackers. No.
Nice job.
Throwing it over, yeah. Faked him. Brock Koval. Brock runs it to the far side and will stay in bounds for the first down, and that'll stop the clock to move the chains with 28 seconds.
Number 70 is just looking for somebody.
Yeah, they're playing hard. Oil City's played well. But so's Titusville. Titusville going to take a timeout. I would too. 30-7 with 28 seconds left in the game.
Timeouts didn't magically go away.
We just call a timeout, and one Oil City player, you can hear him say, "Oh, come on."
Well, I'm coaching Titusville, so I'm going to take a timeout also. One of the reasons, Steve, and I don't know if this is right or wrong, but one of the reasons I would take the timeout is I want to tell these kids you've done pretty well. I'm pleased. I'm going to try to get you another score. And just reward their effort. I think the effort's been good tonight.
Well, you know, it's one of the things you trying to emphasize here is this. You know, this game is 4 quarters.
Yes,
start to finish, and we're going to play the 4 quarters. And I expect you kids to play hard for 4 quarters.
And I think they've done well tonight. And
I've seen worse this year.
Seen what, Bill?
I've seen worse games this year.
Yeah.
Come a long way.
There's a double pass, but the pass over to Brock hit the ground.
Ian rushed that a little bit.
That was a back pass, too.
Yeah, it was, yeah. But coming out from under center, I think Ian rushed it. Instead of getting himself turned to throw to Brock, he just kind of tried to wing it real quick instead of getting himself hit.
Let's do it again on this side.
2nd and 10.
23 seconds left to go with a 2nd down and 10. Again, the ball is at the Oil City 48. Could be the last play of the game. Titusville will put 2 to the left side. And delay a game.
They took a lot of time going to the sideline.
Yeah. Well, at this point in the game, 5's not going to hurt you.
No. A delay game call against the Rockets.
They're just looking for a challenge.
Yes. Give me 5 more yards. See what I can do with it. 23 seconds left in the ball game. Titusville has wideouts on both sides. Long in motion to their left.
Here they come again.
Looking to throw. Keep it down. I think he overran the pass is complete to Titusville. Touchdown. I don't know if we're over the line of scrimmage.
Over the line of scrimmage?
I don't know that he was.
I don't see any flags.
I don't either, and I was looking for it.
The line of scrimmage is the 47?
Yeah, 47, 48.
We'll take a look at it. We'll see where he releases the ball here. But Titusville's going to get a touchdown. This is why you call the timeout.
That's right. It's the exact thing to do. I like the call.
Now you can see, again, this end comes untouched. Ian does a nice job of coming around. He's got to the 47 to throw. Oh, he's behind it fine.
Yeah,
he threw it at 45.
He's at the 45.
So nice throw and catch there. Titusville going to get another touchdown.
So Titusville puts the kick up and good, and it is now 30-14. Titusville with that late touchdown. So good job coaching. Good job by the players putting that ball into the end zone. And Oil City now will have to take one more kickoff.
This is Andrew Wheeling. Drew Wheeling.
Yeah.
Drew Wheeling. He's playing a tight end or a wing spot a lot of times. And again, Oil City's got pretty decent coverage on there on that play, but it's a nice throw. Nice catch for the touchdown.
That ball was thrown 45 yards. That's where you let go of it.
Yeah, on the
Good
Rocket
ball.
45, and it was caught down around the 10. So
good ball.
Again, that's good ball. Some people would question why you calling timeouts. You're down 30-7, and you got 20 seconds to go. This is why you call it. You want to see if your kids will execute.
Well, like I thought,
where's the open spot at?
Well, I don't know. I don't know whether one-sided or we're liable to. I would. And they did. But Oil City got it at the 47, and that's where they'll put it in play. First down and 10 with 11 seconds left to go. My guess they'll take a knee, but that's just my guess. They may be mad now. The old hornet's nest might come out.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't blame him for that.
I don't. Well, he's got number 2 back on the field.
He's got them all back. We'll see when they line up what coach decides to do.
That is senior night here.
I'm looking for, I think this is a knee play, and well, I wouldn't want my man getting hurt. I wouldn't either. So I think you're just going to see this is just going to be, the way it's looking.
Because there's been enough jawing back and forth.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Of course, we're way up here.
Did you see him tell the ref, like, it's going to be okay?
And the teams shake hands in the middle of the field. That was a good ball game.
Well,
30-14, Titusville down by 16, but they played well. Steve?
You can't complain about the effort for Titusville tonight. Again, we're undersized, and they've got a good, strong, fast running back. I'm really interested to see what his official yardage is tonight, because it did not seem like 400 to me, but I could be wrong.
Well, I was looking at an awful lot of 10-yard plays, but we'll find out when we come back. We'll see if we can get that number for you and have a word from our coach and player of the game. Final score, Oil City 30, Titusville 14. We'll be right back.
Signature here. Oh, and one last thing.
What's with the chainsaw?
Oh, well, service may be slowed due to network interference.
Network interference?
Yeah, well, maybe if you cut down some of these trees, you can finally get a decent cell signal, which is how you get internet now. Good luck.
Read the fine print. Only Armstrong delivers fast and reliable internet right into your home on a network built specifically for the internet. Zoom from Armstrong.
Would you love to exercise, but pain is holding you back? The aquatic therapy offered at Titusville Area Hospital Physical Therapy may benefit anyone suffering from joint pain, recovery from joint replacements, or other surgeries, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, muscle weakness, or other physical limitations. In the comfort of a heated pool and with private one-on-one sessions, the professionals at TAH Physical Therapy can help. Call today for more information. 827-0354.
And welcome to the Corky's Pizza Titusville Beverage post-game show here from Oil City High School. What an effort tonight by the Titusville Rockets, and a good effort from Oil City as well. We're going to get into it here in just a moment. We're going to take our final timeout. We'll come back and send it down to Bill for the interview with the coach, and we'll get your thoughts on tonight's game with Jim and Steve and Bill. And what a great night here in Oil City. What a great Week 9 football game between these two rivalries, Oil City and Titusville. 30-14 the final. Our coverage will continue right after this timeout. Well, never mind. We're gonna come right back And we'll go down to Bill McCrillis on the
You
field.
down here now?
Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
All right. Hey, Coach. Not a bad ball game at all.
Yeah, we had some opportunities. I have to, hats off to the defense keeping us in the game early there and getting that ball back and doing some good things. Some great plays offense with Jackson coming down on that one broken play. And we had some opportunities that we weren't able to capitalize on. We had a few plays where we were one block away from breaking it and just weren't able to do it. And that's how it goes. But, when we look at a game last year that was 77-0, and, now you're looking at 30-14, we have to understand these guys are part of something special. This is a good group of guys, and they're learning and they're working to move ahead.
Well, I know we are really proud of what you guys have done. And we want to say what a season. And you got one more to go, Corey,
Absolutely,
next week?
Corey, and we're still working, we're still moving ahead, and we're still, getting better. So.
All right. Well, congratulations anyways.
Yeah, we'll keep working at it. Thank you, John.
Okay, Coach. There you go, guys.
Thanks, Bill. Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Cole Oil Johnny's.
Just to reiterate what Coach said, yeah, it's a much better effort here. And I wasn't at the ball game last week, but I'll say that the effort they had here, if you take this effort tonight and could apply it to last week's game, that game against Warren's vastly different. But they did well tonight. They're just a little outmanned against this football team, particularly up front.
Yeah, it's really a good job by Titusville. Congratulations to the coaching staff. I was glad to see them play as hard as they did tonight, control things as well as they did. Final score 30-14, Oil City on top of our Titusville Rockets. We'll be back real quick here after this break and have our player of the game, so stick around.
This is the Corky's Pizza Titusville Beverage Postgame Show. We'll be right back.
At Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, all the local fall sports seasons are here. No matter if you're making that touchdown, running that extra mile, scoring that winning goal, making that putt for birdie, or slamming down that setter spike, the team at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group is a proud supporter of all the fall athletics in Titusville and the surrounding area. Doing your best is a team effort, and the team here at Donovan and Bauer attempts to give the best effort to our customers day in and out, just like all the local athletes. Have a safe and memorable 22 fall sports season to all the local teams and athletes. When you have the time, visit us on our website at donovanbauer.com and score that winning deal.
Like a good neighbor, your State Farm agent is there. And there. And now, there. Good Neighbor Connect is a secure virtual meeting tool exclusively for State Farm customers. It's simple to use, no signups, downloads, or plugins, and it helps you have the conversations you need with your agent at whatever distance you prefer. Ask your agent about meeting through Good Neighbor Connect today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversation. Try our oiled derrick sirloin or railroad flat iron, or how about the TPD ribeye, Louis Lip strip steak, or Fat Chad's pork steak. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the garden pasta or the Asiago chicken, or get the Rocketeer burger or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville. Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
And welcome back to the Corky's Pizza Titusville Beverage post-game show. Final here from Oil City High School. The Oilers over the Rockets 30-14, and a very exciting game tonight.
Yeah, it was a good ball game. It was a fun game to do. I don't mind losing. I don't like losing, but I don't mind getting beat, especially when we put forth the effort that we did tonight. I thought Titusville boys come out ready to play. Coaches had them ready. They played hard for 4 quarters, and I appreciate the last touchdown only because I thought they earned the opportunity to go for that last touchdown with their effort throughout the ball game up to that last 28 seconds. So I know a lot of people will question, why do you call that timeout? But I like that call. I thought that was the right thing to do for the kids. A lot of guys had good ball games. Jackson Colville ran the ball hard tonight. Wheeling played well tonight. It's just a good team effort.
And that's one of the things when you're looking at trying to pick a player of the game in a game like this, where to stand out in a game like this for Titusville, we're talking 2, 3, 4 plays.
Yes, exactly.
And that puts you above because everybody is playing well, gang tackling well offensively. The ball gets spread around. Jackson breaks a couple. Brock has a couple at the end. Mung has one. So it's just a play here and a play there. But tonight we thought, particularly for defensive lineman play, number 57, Joe Saxton, a 6'1", 215-pound senior, I thought played very well.
Yeah, I did too, Steve. In fact, I thought he played so well I had to have you look up his number. I can't see here. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
But I thought he played well also, and I thought he did a good job.
But notice, Bill, he's going to complain, but he couldn't see because it's dark in here, but that's not the truth. He doesn't see well, period. It could be noontime, and he's not going to see well.
Well, he don't see well, and I don't hear well. So what?
Huh?
Hey, the other thing, Steve, I'm going to add to what you just said there. There are people commenting on their thoughts of player of the game.
Yeah.
Also factored in is, did somebody win it before? Can we give somebody else an opportunity to win it? So that also plays into
we
it.
try to look at it, spread it around. At the same time, we if there's somebody that plays outstanding and they have won it before, they get it.
Sure.
But tonight I didn't see that happening. I thought we had a lot of kids play well, and I think we need to reward these linemen that play head-to-head with some guys that are about 50 pounds heavier than they are.
And could be anywhere from an inch to 4 inches taller than they are.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
I don't know about you, Bill, but I thought tonight probably to date was Titusville's best effort.
Oh, immensely. That's 100%. When you look at the kids, watch the kids on the field, and the I don't know what you want to say, guts they put out. I mean, their heart is in the ball game. You could see it tonight. And I was, like I said, Coach, I says, I'm very proud of them. And I know the city of Titusville is very proud of them. And we up here in TV's really proud.
That sounds like a councilman now.
He does. He's back into politics. No, he's right, though.
No, I'm just telling like it is.
It is. But it is. It was a good, and people who would look at the score and say, well, those guys said it was a good ball game. The score's misleading. Remember, this game was 14-7 at the half.
That's right.
And this was a team that was coming in here that I'll bet you was 3 to 4 touchdown underdogs. That's off to Titusville.
It's like Coach said, last year's game, 70-0 or something like that? Come on now, it's improvement.
Oil City audience is asking if we have any finals for Ethan Knox. We don't, but things that I've read and we've heard here, again, approaching 400, so...
Yeah, we don't have anything official, and Bill, you said you thought you heard them say something.
Yeah, over the
close to
loudspeaker system, they said it was
unofficial.
Unofficially, he had 400. That's what he was saying.
Boy, it's a very quiet 400 yards.
Yeah, it really was. The only thing you have to be careful of, most guys that are getting 400 are running 50, 75-yard touchdowns. This guy's getting 8 or 10 every carry.
He had a lot of carries tonight.
Yes,
and that adds up.
Yeah, it does.
Adds up. So, no, I don't have anything official on him. He is a good football player.
It's a pleasure to watch him down on the field. He stays low. He's got like I said, the happy feet, and he follows blocking really well.
The thing that I liked about him, Steve, in the second half is it's the first time in the first half I don't think he played hard. I think the second half somebody said something to him, and he came out and he put his head down. He got the extra yards. He was quicker, and his speed showed.
And we've talked about it before with Titusville. At critical times in the ball game, you need somebody from Titusville to step up and make a play, whether it's a hard hit on defense or a breakout run or something. In the second half, I think you're seeing the leadership out of the junior.
Yeah.
Where in the first half he did the jump cuts and so forth. In the second half, he'd make that jump cut, but the second guy.
Took a beating.
He took a beating. He put his shoulders down. He put his head down, tried to run over some people to tell his own team, hey, look, this is what it's going to take. Titusville's not going away. We're going to have to do some running over them if we can.
Yep.
All right, we're going to wrap things up here. Just a reminder, Titusville's on the road next week to take on the Corey Beavers in Corey. I am sure we are going to be there, but I'm not 100% sure. They're pretty packed there.
That's a definite maybe. How's that?
How many yards did you have tonight?
Yeah. With that being said, Jim, I think this is your last game with us this season.
Yeah, I've been suspended next week. The Bodemer thing, you know, and I didn't even write a book, but I may have to now. But yeah,
well, there's a few things in life I know. One, you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
That's a song.
That's a song.
It's a song.
Oh, I don't know that.
It's not from his. Bing didn't sing it.
Yeah. Jim Croce sang it.
I wouldn't know that if you said it 7 times. So
Anyways.
I'm going down to Lock Haven. I'm going to watch our granddaughter, her last game in college, maybe her last game in soccer. Been following her for like 16 years, like we did Steve's boys and our grandchildren out in Tucson. We were out there. So, yeah, I'm going down there and spend the weekend with her and the family and enjoy that. I enjoyed it Wednesday night when it was 38 degrees out there in Lock Haven. And
I'll bet you did.
Oh, it was
I'm feeling for you.
Well, and then the game was 0-0, but she played extremely well.
0-0.
Yeah, 0-0. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said it was 0-0, but it was a great game. Enjoyed it, and that's where I'll be next week. So have a good time next week. And if you're on, I'll sit there in the cold watching Titusville football and my granddaughter in soccer.
Congratulations on your induction into the Hall of Fame this year.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Final thoughts.
This is a good ball game. Even though you lost, you played hard, played well, played disciplined. Bring it in next week, and let's see if we can hopefully go to Corey and come out of there with a win.
Yeah, good effort by the kids tonight. Appreciate it. And like Bill said, we're proud of the way they played. It's nice to see the maturity coming, and they've grown a lot this year. And put it together for next week. Let's finish the season with a win.
We'll just say congratulations to Titusville and all. Congratulations to Ethan Knox and Oil City Oilers.
Yes. Great season, Oil City.
Season a young man's hand.
Hope
All
he
right.
does well.
For our entire crew, Adam Bodemer, Joe Watkins, Bill McCrillis, Steve Bodemer, Jim Bodemer, I'm Luke Rio. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a fantastic weekend. Our coverage of Rocket Sports made possible by these great sponsors, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Titusville Area Hospital, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by State Farm Insurance, by Poppies, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, by The Barking Lot, by Fat Chad's Brewing, by Armstrong, by the University of Pittsburgh Titusville Education and Training Hub, by Kreiner Real Estate, by Warner's Bakery, by Goodwill, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Rocket Football.
Thank you for watching Stream Sports' presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on Stream TV.